love you so much and we miss you. I don't know, but I can't speak for everyone, but I love Mondays, and every Monday I just get super excited. So welcome back, everyone, to Fate's End, a homebrew Dungeons and Dragons campaign driven by Fate. Sorry, I was inspecting my mic there. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I can never figure out whether the gain is working properly. But I will be your tail weaver for the evening. We are doing amazing with our follower count. Remember, once we reach, or our follower goal, once we reach our 500 followers, as you can see on our bar down below, we're going to let you all vote and help decide on the theme of our next charity live stream one-shot. And we've continued to make amazing progress. I think our last episode of Fate's End, we were at 396, I believe. And now we're at I'm not even looking, but it's like 415, so huge jump. So awesome. So great job, everyone. First off, with our announcements, of course, we want to shout out Tabletop Audio for the amazing ambience music in tonight's episode. All of this audio is amazing and completely free. You can use it in your own games, but please consider supporting Tim on Patreon so he can continue to make amazing sound sets. We currently support him and encourage you to do so as well. We'll put a link to his website in chat, which is Command TA Daniel. Shout out to our partners. First, we want to shout out Wanderlily Dice. They make small handmade dice, or they're a small handmade dice. Man, this is off to a great start today. Wanderlily Dice is a small handmade dice making company here in Huntsville, where Daniel and I live, and Raina and Brandon and Christian. Christian? You're in
Tuscaloosa
yeah,
right
I thought
now.
I was like, you go to that Alabamian school over there.
I do indeed.
Fanny and I are Westerners.
They're yeah.
Yes, we are.
But yes, they are here, local Alabama. They make sharp edge dice jewelry, and other adventure items such as hand-stepped leather journals and handmade resin pens. You can find their shop at wanderlydice.com. Be sure to use the code INKANDLYRE10 to get 10% off your order. And of course, they have recently restocked their shop last week, actually, and released a ton of new things: dice sets, single D6s, dice jewelry, adventure journals, and, of course, hand-spun resin pens. And they might have some commission slots open. They can be submitted on their website as well, so don't miss out. If you want to grab one of their sets now, make sure to use our exclusive partner code INKANDLYRE10 to save 10% off your purchase. Shout out to Nine Realms Gaming as well, our other partner. They create top-notch gaming accessories from the finest woods this realm has to offer. They make dice trays, dice vaults, hero vaults, dice towers, all gorgeous. They never use any dyes or stains, only oil-based finishes to bring out that natural wood color. If you want to grab some epic game gear, visit their website now and use our exclusive partner code LYRE10 to get 10% off. And of course, our Discord is available. If you want to join our community, you can access the link to our Discord via the About tab on our Twitch, or use the command Discord in chat. So come out, hang with us, hang with the cast and crew in our humble little community. All of our Twitch VODs are also subscriber only, but you can catch up if you subscribe to us on YouTube. That being said, the time has come. Let's draw our cards for tonight's episode of Fate's End. And we're back. And nothing bad happened while we were away, we promise. So, jumping back in, let's recap last session. So much has been happening. Last session, the audience got a peek into Prayaria's backstory as she relived a memory. Hesperis flew up and retrieved the sad little glowing plant drooping and hanging from the ceiling on the roots. The group thoroughly explored Prayaria's ancient home. Samson found a strange glowing shard, at least it only glowed for those who had been to the Feywild. That knowledge only known to Samson. Finnalai found a treasure trove of books as well as the tome Brielle had requested. The group also discovered a mosaic depicting the 8 schools of magic with the symbol of conjuring at the apex and the words beneath, "The 7 will bring us home." Finding the box of gems, but not checking it for traps, Prayaria successfully picked the lock and with it unleashed a flurry of magic, injuring a few party members. The group also recovered an ancient fire spit. I was about to say spirit, and I was like, wait, no, they didn't. An ancient fire spit for grilling meats, or AKA an old barbecue. At the entrance of the villa and from Finnalai's surface research of one of the books he found, they discovered that each home within the lost city of Rithanawe is contained within its own cavern chamber, and a portal foyer is used to access the main chamber of the lost city. It will take time to cultivate this living portal and cleaning out of the space, so the group determined they would return in the future. Bringing all of their findings to Brielle, she was overjoyed, one step closer to the discovery of this lost city. Packing up their things for the journey ahead, Urimir went to speak to Muddy before the party took their leave. Pressing once more about his father and Muddy's necklace, Muddy revealed that Urimir's father is a member of a secret group of artificers known only as the Artivists. A group that doesn't use their real names and are only known by the name they have given their pinnacle invention. We learned Urimir's father is referred to as Rialta's Forge, and that Muddy will be keeping an eye on Urimir, as he was regarded with talent and might have a special invitation to the Artivists on behalf of Muddy, waiting for him in the future. Perhaps, we'll see. Urimir will need to grow and prove himself. Only time will tell if he is found worthy. Packing up, Prayaria was given a special little gift from Brielle, a rog, to which she named Mountain, with mushrooms, little pink mushrooms growing on its head. The group bid Brielle and Muddy goodbye, although Muddy will be making his way to Digbrand as well, just a day or so behind the group. And the journey began. And just as things began to settle, Samson pressed Urimir to finally tell Luden and Hesperis about the mother. Everything but the ultimatum that was given to Urimir. Luden, of course, didn't take this well, and Hesperis hopped off the cart with him to comfort him. Jumping back in to our tale, we return now as the party quietly makes their way down the road to Digbrand. The great mountains grow closer, and the grandest of them all towers among its subjects like a mighty king. The sun is quickly fading behind them, and with it the light of day. 4 days pass on this journey. You know you are roughly a day away. Begins this torrential downpour of snow. Very low temperatures. Luden, you know the safe house is nearby. You will need to break this uncomfortable silence to tell the driver to turn off the main road. The moment is yours now.
Samson.
Oi!
Turn up here.
Alrighty. I turn at the indicated point.
All right. I need an investigation check from you, Luden. And you will need to get off the cart to, like, search the area for.
Sure.
Can I help him? Because I'm driving?
You can help him, but he will need to actually get off the cart and look around to see, what's in front of him in order to see his environment.
Luden hops off, and for the first time, like, he has his hood up, and you can't really see his full face. And that is a 22.
With Samson's help?
No, that's without Samson's help.
Oh, okay. Luden doesn't need your help, Samson.
That's true, he doesn't.
All right. Luden leads you off the beaten path a little ways. Luden, what do you pull out? A map? A journal?
So it's actually, a quick journal. Inside, like, the cover of it just says,
Secret hideouts. No.
It's called the Sparrowhawk's Guide. And when you open it up, you can't really see anything in it. There's nothing, like, in it at all. So what he does is he actually lets the rain and the snow kind of touch it a little bit. And then once the paper gets wet, you start to see like images and kind of pieces of the map go out so that people don't usually know about it. But and it's not a lot of water. Like, it's literally just a tiny, like, a little couple of droplets, and then you have to, like, get it away from the water or else it'll actually destroy the paper. So that's what he pulls out.
Very, very cool. Very cool. So you see him pull this out from time to time. At one point, you see him kind of like moving around through the different pages and kind of like flattening it against his fingers. And he paws at the ground as if trying to feel for something, like he's following the map. He continues crunching through the snow toward a small, jagged hill that elevates up to another area, another part of the forest, essentially. And you see a small waterfall. There's a slender walkway of large stones. The chill of winter has caused a few inches of ice to freeze over the top of them from the mist of the waterfall. You know that you'll have to walk over them like a stepstone bridge to get behind the waterfall.
So Luden just stops and goes.
You could hide. You see large trees too, so you could hide Eleanor there as well. Kind of surrounded him.
He just goes. We got to go through there. We got to go through there. And he just starts walking. And once he gets close to where, like, he thinks the entrance is, he's gonna go ahead and tie the rest of his rope around an arrow and fire it into the waterfall to see if it'll latch onto anything, so that it might make it a little easier for them to, like, hold on and not have the torrential rain pour down on top of them.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, kind of like to help balance them, to help with going across the stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so for himself, but.
Mostly for himself. Okay.
Yes, that has to be known.
Okay. You and it does stick this. It does hit something immediately behind the waterfall.
You hear a scream and a body.
Yeah, so he ties another arrow to the other end, moves snow out of the way, and then sticks the other end down as far as he can, goes over and finds a rock, and then hammers it inside of it to make sure that it'll stay on the ground. And then after he uses that, he grabs another rock and then puts them on each side of the spiky end of the arrow to make sure that it'll stay.
Oh, so did you say you crossed the stones? Did you say?
Oh no, he just finds two rocks on the ground somewhere, and then just makes sure that it creates make sure that the arrow can't come out of the ground easily, both sides. So there's an arrow on this side and an arrow on that side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha now. All right. Okay.
And then he'll just say, "If you're coming, follow me," and then he'll just start walking through and holding on as tightly as he can.
All right. Make a dex save for me, but with advantage with your ingenuity.
On point. Let's see what it is.
Wait, I have a question. Is it like the picture we see here where we're just passing through the waterfall, or is there like a cave we're going into?
There's a cave underneath the waterfall.
I got a 19.
It's gonna be so cold.
It is what you're seeing. It is the view that you're seeing here as you kind of pull up. You're I don't want to say it's not really an invention, but your ingenuity, your MacGyvering of sorts, has definitely helped you. And you're holding the rope, and you don't have any problem at all, and you make it through, and you all see Luden kind of disappear behind the waterfall.
Reese has, for the last several days of travel, I think you said it's been 4 days of us just traveling silently, right? Has been sitting up next to Samson in the front, both her legs tucked underneath her hands in her lap, eyes closed, just meditating for 4 days straight. She went to the restroom and things, but just generally, and it's only when Luden says follow me that she'll hop off and follow. Do I have to do the check?
Yes, but you get advantage since Luden created a nice little gadget for y'all.
19!
They're good to go.
Alright.
You hold on. You feel it's cold. You feel the mist from the waterfall kind of hitting you, and you can see it's so cold that the mist almost turns to snow and kind of drifts away.
So, is there anything? I look at everybody else here. Is there anything we need to take with us that probably shouldn't get wet inside?
Well, I wanted to take my book, maybe to read it while we were there. And I don't think it can get wet. It's probably
Okay.
be bad.
Well,
Can you
here.
hold it? Do you have something
Yeah,
to...
yeah. Give it to me.
Okay, I give him the Living Gateway book.
Prayaria hands him her book as well.
I take both books and I hold them tight like this, and then as they're objects on my person, I turn into an alligator. They go into my form, and then I cross, keeping them books magically druid wild shaped in my body.
And you gave him the other book too, right?
I got 2 books.
You have 2 books. Okay. You should have 3 books.
Then I have 3 books.
Okay. The Atrocities of the Shade Witch is the big one.
Okay, I'll give him that one too. Here, just take my whole library.
I'm turn into a crocodile and just scurry on through all this water so that I don't
You
get...
scurry on through and disappear.
How deep is this water?
It's not too deep. I imagine it's similar to the river from Narnia, in the first one, where the kids are trying to cross the river.
Okay.
It probably comes up to maybe here. You're
Cool.
just below your shoulders, maybe. You could stand up in it. Well, maybe for you it wouldn't come up to your shoulders for you. You're much taller. It would probably come up to your waist for you.
I'm just imagining the wet socks that are happening.
Got a
Okay.
drying machine on the other side. I'm waiting there, hands ready to dry everybody off.
I just like Reese is there, and I just come out and like, I just hiss.
Yeah, Luden is also on the other side, just sitting like leaning on a rock, waiting for everybody to come by.
Well,
All
Reese was the
right.
second one in. She would have offered to dry you off if you.
Oh yeah, he'll accept. I mean, it's cold.
Finn's going to peel off his 5 layers of blankets. Then, like, peer out timidly and be like, all right, come on, Snonk. And he'll do kind of what Samson did with the books inside his cloak. And he'll just walk out and complain to anybody. So Urimir and Prayaria, since you guys are left behind, just, winter is my least favorite season ever. I hate winter, and I hate the cold, and I don't know how anyone could like this. And so he'll grab onto the rope and try and go across.
Snonk just looks up at you. He's wearing his Goodberry sweater, and he's just snug as a bug in a rug.
That's nice. At least Snonk gets comfortable. Okay.
Make your dex saves for me, please.
All
Natural
right.
20. You don't even use the rope. You hold Snonk, and you just like like you do 1 foot each rock.
Tiptoe.
You tiptoe. You don't even use your whole foot.
It's more probably just like he's like, it's so cold. I just want to get out of here as soon as possible.
And you flawlessly make it to the other side, and you disappear behind the waterfall as well. Urimir and Prayaria.
Prayaria's kind of busy getting all of her hair into her hood and making a little nest for her rog, so she's gonna motion to Urimir to go ahead.
Urimir stuffs a couple extra things into his little bag of holding before he hops out. He's got Umber kind of perched up on his shoulders, and his wings are outstretched to kind of shield him from the snow, so it's almost like one of those little umbrella hats. And
Wonderful.
yeah, and he'll walk over and grab the rope and make the appropriate checks.
We just need one person to eat shit.
All
right, there we
you had
go.
to say it. Say it. You had to say it.
Of course, it's Urimir.
Urimir and water is just not a good combination. It's every time.
He kind of hesitates because he sees the water and he starts having flashbacks. Last time he was there.
That's fair.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
You make the wrong step, and Umber just kind of like throws you off balance, and you just kind of like try to regain balance, and you just can't. You slip and you fall like elbow like right in, and immediately the cold water like prickling needles all up your body and your hair, and you're fire. You are fire. You're a tiefling, and like this is extraordinarily unpleasant. Even more so, I would say, for a tiefling. And yeah, you are freezing. Your teeth immediately begin to chatter, and Umber begins shorting out a little bit.
Oh no. Yeah. I start freaking out, like splashing all hard, and like probably I'm drowning. Help!
Yeah, like you don't know how to swim, but you don't like you could stand up, but you don't realize it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those like, I don't realize that I could just stand up, start like
Luden
just
just-
flailing.
Did
and
anyone hear a
losing it.
splash?
Luden shouts through,
hear nothing.
like off the side, and just goes, "It's shallow, Urimir. Stand up."
Oh, you take 2 points of cold damage, by the way, too. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll go if nobody else is going. Hesperis is gonna go back through the waterfall, and she's not gonna get in because she wants to be dry, but she will bend down and do the handout to help him back up out of the water.
Do you trust me?
Yeah, he'll reach his hand out and grab, and like climb himself up out of the water.
immediately.
Just so you know, if this happens on the way out for any reason, you can stand up in this water, but I completely understand your anxiety in this moment.
Yes. Thank you.
I laugh in crocodile.
Luden thinks
Well,
to
how's a
himself-
crocodile laugh? I don't know. Just like
Like that.
Just less threatening hissing noises.
I don't know. I can't do
Luden
it.
thinks to himself, doesn't say it out loud though, but he goes, even the human can do this one.
Ooh.
Shots fired.
Shots
Oh
fired.
man.
Yeah.
Metaphorically, though, because as we've gone over, no guns in the camera.
Not yet. Give it time.
Oh, you guys haven't been to Dawn's Rise. We have tons of guns over there. Gotta head out east. Big with the elves.
Alright, let me.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Irma, go ahead and go up under the cave. He's got a Umber clutch into his cloak for dear life. Hesperis, could you do that thing?
Yes, of
As
course,
he's
yeah.
shivering in his loot, like he's going
Yeah.
from a shade of like red to like pastel pink.
Urimir,
Yeah,
you're starting to look purple.
Samson could also help with this, I think, if he wanted to not be a crocodile anymore. I have seen Samson do this before.
Calling him out like
I glance over at the crocodile. It's hissing at me. Hysterical manner.
he's holding our books. He's doing something important too.
Okay.
Yes. I suppose I'll start a fire then. He'll walk over.
Not here.
Not yet, not yet. I have more things to tell you guys. Just hold on. We'll wait for Prayaria. And it looks like Urimir is the only one that's gonna fail. As Prayaria, your little Rog just kind of nestles down, and his like just the head is just poking out and just like looking around, and it's just kind of like playing with the strands of your hair and like looking up at the waterfall very curiously as you make your way across flawlessly as well.
As
going
soon
to
as she
sleep.
gets over, Luden doesn't even take time. Like as soon as she like finishes, he'll take out a torch in his tinderbox, light a torch, and then light the rope on fire, and then put out the torch.
Badass.
And then under his breath, he'll just say like, "It is a secret hideout after all," and then start walking forward.
Okay. You all move your way behind the waterfall. The cave has been, it's not that far forward that you'll need to walk before you see that this cave has been basically walled up with large logs painted black. And you see a door built into this wall. So as you kind of approach, and you see like torches, there are no torches on the side. They would be on the inside behind the black wall. But Luden, this is your thing as a Sparrowhawk initiate. Gosh. How do you access this secret safe house? Is it locked by magic password, secret puzzle lock combination? What does accessing it look like? The rest of you just see it's painted black.
So Luden knows that each one of these things are actually different. So he pulls back out that book, and he walks over to Urimir, and like just wrings out a little of his like wetness, puts it on the book, and just writes it down. And then he'll see a little code phrase at the very bottom, and it's not thieves' cant. It's not any like kind of can or anything like that, but it is like something that the Sparrowhawks taught him, like not a really hard speech, but just to make sure that you pronounce each word correctly. And he reads off the very bottom. And it takes a couple of times because, as you said, he is an initiate, and he is like he isn't perfect at it, but he did get some ideas of what it's supposed to say, and then maybe the third or fourth time it finally says it right, and then it like glows some runes, and then it opens up.
Perfect.
Just out of curiosity, is it a word in common? Does it sound elvish, or is it just completely made up?
It's definitely common. It's just
Okay.
like you would never. First off, they're like not like real words, but you would never pronounce any of them like this at all.
Okay.
It's like foolish the way that somebody would pronounce this, so it's not likely somebody would understand what to do. But first off, they'd have to get a book anyway, so yeah, it's common.
All right. So, you all see this door kind of unlock, and he opens it, and you walk in, and you see unlit but well-oiled lanterns. The safe house is clean, dry, and prepared for any Sparrowhawk who needs it. You see a long wooden table with fresh, thick candles wedged into iron candle holders, piles of fresh chopped wood next to the hearth carved out of the wall. The chimney seems to curve up sideways so that the smoke hits the mist of the waterfall, kind of concealing the burning of any fire. A few large hocks of salted meat hang curing from the ceiling. You also see some cheesecloth hanging as well. This environment providing the perfect condition for cheeses. There are a few smaller antechambers that tunnel off to other bedrooms. There are 3 small twin-sized beds and a secret back exit tunnel in case the safe house is ever compromised. You may all take time to settle in.
Before they go all the way like to sleep or anything like that, Luden is going to take out a little piece of wire and go back to like the opening. He's going to pull out the wire and put it out and in front of the door. And he's going to cast Alarm just in case. Takes this kind of seriously, using this. And he doesn't really tell anybody, but he puts it down and then he'll walk back inside and join the others.
Okay. Alarm has been cast.
Cozy.
Okay.
Yes, it is very nice to see a place of your work.
It's the first one I've seen myself. But, make yourself comfortable, I guess. Just try not to break anything or take anything or inspect anything too carefully.
Is it all right, the food they have here, the cheeses and the like, is that for consumption of visitors, or is it best that we stick with Samson's berries?
Yeah, you can eat some. It's no big deal.
Prayaria is already eating like a full wheel of cheese.
And
Just slowly shakes his head.
she's
and
already
then-
halfway through the block. She just looks at you.
Are there places like this hidden around everywhere, Luden?
Yep. And he looks over at Prayaria eating all the cheese. And he'll take out like 2 gold pieces and he'll just place it like near the hearth just in case like this group eats up way too much of what they're supposed to be eating up, and just in case somebody else has to come by and like restock or something like that.
Prayaria sees him do this and just kind of goes like, And so she reaches into one of her pockets and pulls out a bunch of shiny river rocks and also places them on next to the gold.
Oh, it's too perfect. It's too great to be angry at.
I am thinking, unless there is objection, it might be nice, depending on what we are planning to do here, we have had many days of travel, perhaps a small, take a moment, take a nap, a chance to rest. I will, if it is alright with Luden, if you think it is appropriate, try to make a sort of meal, a dinner for us to return to, and have a good conversation over a dinner tonight.
Oh, I can help. I can help make tea.
That would be very nice, Finnalai. Thank you so much.
I don't think I'm going to be eating with anybody tonight. Got my good berries, and he just pops one and goes and heads towards one of the rooms. Closes the door, but before he closes it, don't touch anything. Boom, close it back up.
Are we supposed to make anything if we can't touch anything?
I did ask about the food. I am assuming like the skillet and the like is also okay, but I am thinking
Oh, we could make something on that thing we found.
the grill. The
Yeah, yeah.
Bring it. Is it still in?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's probably on the bar though.
I can.
We have the alchemy jug. Can use that.
We do have that, don't we? Let me go see if I can dig in my bag for it.
You pull out the jug. We'll
Yes,
say
I
you
pull
have
out the jug. Aw. So what I remember is I think Crick like whispered to it and like patted it, and then
And marked it with a B.
and stuff appeared inside. So I'm gonna go get some cups.
Okay, lovely.
So what kind of tea do we want to make?
I don't know an enormous amount about Western teas. If we are just having tea all together as just now, I could recommend something from the East, or if anyone has any special favorite. Or
Or what's your recommendation?
Lauren, I don't know anything about tea. What do you drink in the East? Coffee.
You would probably drink Hesperis and the temple. They probably drank a lot of herbal teas. Yeah, a lot of herbal type, maybe floral teas, or very herbaceous, earthy. With you could also do something with like roots, like or bark. Like cinnamon is essentially tree bark.
We have
Chai
something
tea.
like a cinnamon chai sort of thing, but I don't have a sachet or anything to make it with, so this is all I think wishful, yes?
I don't know. Maybe I can just tell the jug to make it for us, and maybe it'll make it for us. So
Nice.
he'll line up the 6 cups that he plans to fill, and he'll just like pat the jug and like whisper to it, can you make a cinnamon chai tea, please?
It's like a
Preferably hot.
This isn't typically what that magic item can do, but I think it's fine. So I think it's fine.
Isn't it like you're supposed to?
It can only make certain things, but I think this is fine. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
It's not like you can make like anything that's going to give you a magical benefit, like +3, to your health or something.
If it can give us mayo, it can give us cinnamon chai.
Yes, yeah. We'll say that it. You begin patting the pot, and you see some of the corks because it's surrounded by corks on each side. One of the corks pops off and pops out, and steam begins to kind of come out of it. And you kind of feel the edges of the pot, and it's very warm. And the room just fills with the scent of like cinnamon and nutmeg, and it's winter, but it smells like fall in here. Just the all those delicious sweet fall scents.
Wow, this was a wonderful recommendation, Hesperis. Thank you.
That is a very wonderful jug. I do not think I've ever seen anything like it. Thank you for making it.
Yeah, our friend Crick back from where we came from, he gave it to us as a present.
La Cambria, yes.
Yes, there. He'll start pouring, and he'll glance at Urimir.
I'm gonna turn away from being a crocodile and dry as a bone and put all the books on the table. And I want a cup of tea as well because it smells amazing.
Should one of us deliver this to Luden?
I did not want to be rude, but I was thinking, with no offense to you all, perhaps it should be me.
You're probably right.
Yeah, none taken.
I know he doesn't want. I know he doesn't want me to bring it. 4 or 5. Well, 100% sure he doesn't want me to bring it to you.
Enjoy the tea. I will be back soon, Finnalai, to cook with you this dinner. And thank you so much.
I'm gonna start going over to where the table is, and I'm just gonna like grab a handful of dirt off the ground, like in this cave area, and put it on the table. And then I'm gonna start druid crafting some like stuff up. And I'm gonna make like a druid craft chest set out of like different color flowers and everything. One of them's a little white lilies, the other one's purple. And I say, "Hey, you want to play some chess?
Yes, so.
Drink some tea, play some chess. It'll be great."
What's a chess? I want to watch. So Finn will run over and like, he'll with his tea and his book, and he'll sit next to it, and he'll watch you guys.
Prayaria gonna start a fire somewhere.
In the fireplace or elsewhere?
In the fireplace?
No,
That's a good question.
in one of the rooms.
Just for funsies, a little casual arson. Yeah, she's gonna find the fireplace and start that.
Casual arson is the best kind of arson. As we're sitting there playing chess, Urimir sips some of his tea, says, "So, just had to tell him then, huh?"
Well, I thought it was a good time as any.
We've got about 4 days of an awkward car ride that says different, but okay.
We can see how you might feel that way. I don't think it was. I think 4 days of time is not that much considering. But then again, I seem to be misjudging things a lot lately.
Surprised he didn't leave.
Yeah. I thought he might.
Yeah. Unless, of course, he's lured us all here so that he can slit our throats in our sleep.
Oh my god, this is where he murders us. Knew it.
He chuckles.
No.
He's joking a little.
I don't think there's any good time for bad news.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. I gotta say though, it does kind of feel lighter not having the elephants in the room. Just having everything out there.
He'll probably try and bring the Sparrowhawks into, the next time we do this. How do you feel about that?
It is what it is, I suppose. I mean, the next time we fight one of these things, it can't be any worse, can it?
I don't know about that. I think the more people we involve, the more people that could get hurt. But then again, there were lots of people who weren't directly involved and they still got hurt.
Yeah. I guess better late than never. If the Sparrowhawks had done something about the plague and everything beforehand, we might not have. Yeah, well, there's no point in talking about hypotheticals.
I don't think anything could have been done. I think that everything, unfortunate as is, it happened for a reason. And we're here for a reason. And I don't think there's much of anything that could have happened beforehand that could prevent this.
The mother seemed to think so. That whole prophecy and stories about the moon. And I'm starting to wonder how much control we actually have over our own destinies. But honestly, we could use all the help we can get.
So you think we should tell people our mission, what we're doing?
Finn, I'm not even sure what our mission is. I mean, yeah, we're supposed to stop the 5th season and kill the 7 of Sevens, but I don't even know what all that entails. I mean, if things hadn't played out the way they did, then yeah, I'd say we should tell everyone, but I mean, well, you see how Luden reacted. You saw how Micah reacted. If people know what we did.
But it's not so much what we did. I mean, it's what we're going to do, right? So we're going to be doing so much more. And so I think we're going to have to make choices, really hard choices, that are going to affect our future plans. We're going to have to decide if we trust people enough to bring them in to help us, or if it'll just create more trouble for us. I mean, the mother aside, there's 6 others, right?
Yeah. Doing who knows what to other communities out there and causing all sorts of chaos and destruction in preparation for this 5th season. But we don't know what we're walking into. We don't know. We don't know anything.
Well, we're about to, though. Once we go talk to Cassius, he's gonna know a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know now doesn't mean you can't know. Yeah, does that make sense? We'll know soon enough.
Go ahead.
Typically like to have all the information before I make a decision, but I mean, seems like every decision I make someone gets hurt.
When's the last time you got to do something that you had all the information up front? Except outside of maybe build a number. You seem to plan that one out pretty well, but you never get to know anything. You never get to know everything, I should say.
And that's not necessarily true, right, Urimir? Like, Umber, Scrappy, if you didn't have them, if you weren't with us, we wouldn't be here.
It's true.
Maybe.
While this conversation is being had, Hesperis, you go and deliver the tea to Luden. What do you say to him, and how do you approach?
I'm going to knock politely.
Of course.
Uh,
Lame.
It's Hesperis. We made some tea, and I thought you might like to have a glass.
Door's unlocked.
Thank you. I'll comment. I'm holding two I don't know, we have mugs or cups or just very small jugs.
They're like little ale horn cups that very Viking or Nordic-esque.
I hold them as if they're teacups, like very delicate. Close the door behind me.
Luden will take one and set it down into something that looks like this.
Cinnamon chai. It's from the east, or I used to have it all the time. It's been a long time.
It smells good.
I'm glad you like it. Is it alright if I sit down?
Yeah. Yeah. What does family mean to you?
That's a very large question. I have a biological family. I have the family that has raised me. And I have the temple. And they are all family according to some definition. What are you looking for when you say family?
I don't know anymore. I'm just asking because, I mean, everybody has a family, so I was still looking for one when I came here, but I don't know anymore. Like, right now my definition is the people that lie to you. I know that's, I don't know, that's...
I am sorry that has been your experience. I do want to say, not everyone does have a family. Being alone is an almost universal experience of being alive. I am sorry that you have... I should not say I am sorry, but I am sure that the loss of your brother has taken a great toll on you, and that is a thing of great grief. And I am sorry that the family that you sought here is not what you expected.
I'm starting to think a lot of the world isn't what I expect it's gonna be. I grew up on a farm, not too far from Cambria, actually, and didn't really have much interaction with the outside world. So found a lot of solace in books. And you can read a lot of them and get this idea of if you read enough you can really understand what it's like out there. It's not like that. it's not like that at all.
I used to do very similar. I only left home for the temple when I was 17, 18, and even moving from a family home to the temple was a magnificent shift. The world opened up to me, and now all these years later, coming to see the world outside the churches again, it can feel, I think, disappointing. But there is, I think, beauty in the unknown and having your expectations proven wrong. I suppose I have to ask, what are you looking for in the world that it is not giving to you?
Stability. So, all right, so I have a brother, the one that you guys know of, and I have another brother. It's not a half-brother, like Logan was, but he's a full-bred brother. I love them both the same, or I guess I did love them both the same. But I also have two dads. I have a biological dad and a stepfather. And every single one of those people have lied to me except for my biological brother. I don't know where any of them are. My dad took my biological brother when I was like 5, someplace off, and he pulls off his hood and I'll point to his crescent moon off the side of his face, and I'll be like, that's why I got this. He said he was at some place called Thrice or something, but I don't know. I went there, or I was gonna go there. I don't know. This is a whole lot, but needless to say, I'm just. The last thing I found out about Logan was he was part of the reason that I could never see my biological brother and father again. So I'm looking for him. And then this crap at the Shadow happened. So I came here, hoping to find a family. And I don't know if that's fair to the rest of the group, but I didn't get that. And now I'm starting all over again with grieving about Logan. And the world doesn't seem like a book anymore, Hesperis. So
I am familiar with that disappointment.
Yeah.
The grief that you hold for your brother is not something to be ashamed of, to feel that you shouldn't move past, to feel like there is a time limit on grief. Grief is not wrong. It is human, and through grief you will become strong is not the words that I want, but if you are looking for stability, you are speaking to the wrong priest. The temple worships transmutation, change, the innate instability of the world, that the only constant truth of the world is that it will change. Everything constantly changes and renews and begins again, and the grief and the joy that we find within it is one and the same thing. And I can tell you, I am not your family. I cannot pretend to be your family. And at some point, maybe we will become sure, but I can say that I will never lie to you. If you ask me a question, I will tell you the truth.
I asked a lot of questions earlier. Urimir was right, I didn't want to know the truth in this one. So we'll talk later about truths and secrets and all that stuff, but right now, I have found a little bit of stability. One thing I know for sure is I'm not looking for a family with these people anymore. So
I do not think that they are bad people, Luden. They are not who they thought you were, and not to be rude, they are also not who I thought they were going to be. But I think they are very scared, and they were put into a situation where there were no right answers, and they tried to follow the path set to them by other people. I am not saying all the decisions they made were wise. I am not saying that they did the best possible things, but I think in their hearts they were always trying to do good. And I know no other way to measure a man. You know? You do not have to love them, but I hope that someday you will be able to forgive them.
Sounds like a book character to me. Anyway, I'm getting a little tired. I'd love to do this conversation a little later, but on the bright side, you have given me a lot to think about.
I feel that I have been very unhelpful, but
No.
This is
great.
alright. I care for you very deeply, and I would like to help you. I am not very good always at understanding people outside of knowing how to please and to charm. If there is something I can do to help, let me know. For now, I will take your cup and wash it.
Thank you. Make sure they don't touch anything, please.
I will do my best.
That's all I can ask for. I'll hand him the cup, pop his hood back on top of himself, and as she leaves, he'll blow out his candle that's been lighting up his room.
Just about the time that you guys finish your conversation out, you see Hesperis return.
Right.
Ooh,
Well-
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna go say that I'm gonna leave Urimir in chess with the capable hands of Finnalai, who surely knows how to play chess. I don't know. But
Want to give up before I beat you?
well, yes, but I understand that we're not supposed to touch anything, and Prayaria is definitely off some more touching stuff. So I'm gonna go check on her.
He did tell me to tell you all to please not touch anything.
So I'm gonna go find Prayaria. Go ahead.
There doesn't seem like there's much to touch. Just saying.
Yes, I suppose so. He will not be joining us for dinner tonight.
Really? Will you?
No. Of course I will. Yes. I'm going to learn to cook.
Day one.
Begins.
I'm gonna go find Prayaria wherever she's destroying stuff, most likely. Or
She's
whatever.
eating the pillowcase now.
My dad would smell good. If it doesn't smell good, she's not going to eat it. So she's scoped out one of the rooms, and she's lit one of the lanterns in there, and she's been reading and letting her rog run around on the floor.
It's probably playing with Snonk in there with you. Snonk probably followed it in, and Mountain is just kind of like going underneath the beds, finding some dust bunnies and kicking it around like a soccer ball, and
Trying to
Snonk
keep
is
Snonk from eating the mushrooms on his head.
yes, trying to keep Snonk from eating the mushrooms out. Snonk is just like following him around, like Sven and oh my gosh, Olaf, you know.
I will as I enter. I'm not gonna knock. I'm gonna just walk in, and 'cause, yeah, I'm sure that if the door's open, no, I'm just gonna walk in, and then I'm gonna cast Goodberry to distract Snonk to save the grog. And,
Snonk is immediately distracted.
I tell Snonk, Luden gave me these for you, and I pass him his plate.
Berryman!
Yeah,
Berryman has more berries. We're gonna go
Berryman.
find more berries from Berryman. He eats
Okay.
the
I start like throwing them down the hallway so I can trail out.
You just hear a nose snuffling at the bottom of your
Yes.
door.
just like snorting like at the base of your door, and just like the little pawing at the
He will cast all of the
Marcus
rest
is
of his
good.
spell clots and just throw them outside the door. Like, leave me alone.
Nonk's gonna be a big pig in no
He's a
time.
it's a big piggy.
A
He's a-
big, big.
Oh, hey, I see you're. Oh, you're reading some. Do you have a minute, or is that okay? I got something I want to talk to you about.
Okay, sure. So she's gonna put a little bookmark in there. Give him her attention.
I'm sorry. I don't want to take up. I won't take up too much of your time. I just want to check on you. I know there was a lot going on back there, and we were, we got to see what the place had become and everything. I just wanted to see how you were doing, how you were feeling. What was it like for you there?
It was still beautiful, but it was both more and less like home than I thought it would be.
What do you mean?
The plants, the buildings, it's like echoes. My home, I knew, echoes of this place. It was strange.
Well, I understand that. It was very cool. I'm thankful you shared it with us, allowed us to all come with you.
What was I to do? Leave you at door?
Well, if you wanted to, it would have been fine. I mean,
Nice.
you could have been like, oh no, there's a plant master, and then we would help you with that, and then you could have just gone off and checked it out on your own. But I feel,
Nicht.
well, I feel like we know you a little bit better now, and I'm thankful for it. I guess
Me too.
I guess you do have a different home, right? Like not that one. Where do you know where that is, or will you tell me where that is, or what it's called, or?
It is to the north of here, deep in the woods.
Well,
I
that's where
cannot tell you exactly, but
It's fair. That's where your family's at.
aye.
I know. I know. I've known you for I don't want to say a long time, but we've known each other a couple months. So I guess. And I know you have a mother, and I know you have got some siblings. Is your father alive?
Aye. We stay with him most.
Okay. And what about grandparents? Is there a matriarch or a patriarch in this family, or is it your mom and dad?
For us, just Mehed and Farad.
Just mom and dad. Okay. And do you have any? I mean, do you have brothers and sisters? I used to. I'll tell you what. I used to have a brother. He's gone now, but that's not really here or there. This is a long time ago.
remember.
Yeah, a long time ago. You have siblings?
Aye. 8.
8?
Do you not have big family?
Not that big family. I'm thankful you do though. That's a rather lot of big people running around. Well, good.
Aye.
I guess you're.
Well, they are all
always
still
probably
small.
taller than us though. They're small.
I am biggest.
That's very regal of you. Samson, Samson's very interested in knowing, like, what Prayaria's life has been like as they've been kind of like, and what's the word? Moved out of their own home, like refugees, not refugees, but like displaced from their own home. So Samson is trying to get a sense of what Prayaria's life is like over there. And so he'll ask a bunch of questions and try to get a sense of, what is life in the new place compared to the old place and that sort of thing.
Prayaria is very interested in why he's very interested, but she is also happy to recall her home.
I'll spend as much time as I can trying to understand the happiness that they have found outside of where their home was.
She'll describe how beautiful her forest is and how it changes all the time and how she loves every single one of those changes.
Thank you, Prayaria. Do what?
From another room, you hear about Remblace. No.
Y'all, man.
I
Trying to
will-
convert everyone.
I will. Then I'll say. I know and I'll enjoy every bit of the conversation, and Samson begins to get. He's been obviously a little upset over the last couple of days, and so as he gets this information from you, Prayaria, he's gonna say, well, thank you. I know what it's like to not be able to be gone from your house and not be able to go home. And I am thankful for your mom and dad and whoever their mom and dad was that built such a wonderful place for you that you could have another place that you call home. And I'm thankful that you shared both those things with me. And it gives me a little bit of hope,
I'm glad. That's why you have been sad.
Yeah, it is. I just looking around at it was the lost city, right? It was the city that was missing for so long, and you were so happy to have found it, and I'm so happy that you were able to reconnect with your past in that way.
More for my merit.
And now we can take her there, and we'll make sure there's no more plant monsters in there like last time, and y'all can all share that same experience. And I've spent so long thinking about the only hope for a home and happiness was to go back to where I was, and seeing that y'all have your own place that is a new home is happy for me, and I'm glad for you. And I would like to have something that can get lost. Does that make sense?
Aye. It really does.
Yeah.
I hope, if we cannot go back, we can build a new place again.
I think there's lots of opportunities for building in the future for you, Prayaria.
But not you.
I don't know what to build yet.
Doesn't mean you can't.
So, doesn't mean I can't. Maybe I can get Uri to build me something. He's good at building stuff, right?
That's true. Can build us whole new city. Just the 6 of us.
Yeah, exactly. I will leave you to your book then. I'm sure. I know that dinner is on the horizon, and I'm going to go politely enjoy it as best that I can, because that's what you want to hear. This is when you're about to have your first hot meal in weeks. This is my first time. Very excited. So I will leave you to it, and I'm going.
Are you going to heat up your good berries, Samson?
Slightly. No, but I'm gonna bow to Prayaria slightly as I leave.
Gonna bow
Just
her
a little
head
hat-
back.
Little hat bow, and I'm gonna leave.
Prayaria has enjoyed this conversation. It's been a little strange, but she has enjoyed it.
Samson is noticeably happier. Like he's been sad boy for so long, for like a week, and he's very happy to share the joy of home with Prayaria.
So, you return to the group, and you all, I guess, sit down to eat what Hesperis has been making. What are you making, Hesperis?
Melted cheese? What ingredients do we have here?
Queso
Melted
dip.
cheese,
Finn, what you
burnt
learned-
cheese.
What you learned from cooking with Hesperis in this time is she seems a little sad and upset about something, but you also learned that at some point she lived in a household where there was a rotation of chefs, and she's never done this in her life. She's never poured her own bowl of cereal. It's very clear she's never done any of this.
But it's okay because we're doing it together and it's probably not so hard as we think. So let's just take a couple ingredients that we like and put them together, because I think that's pretty much what cooking is, right? So
The tea, and Prayaria was eating the wheel of cheese earlier, so maybe the cheese, I feel perhaps
There's-
the flavor profile.
maybe there's something in this cabinet up here.
So there is a hawk of salted meat hanging too, but again,
Oh,
you've
and
never
for-
cooked
Oh
before.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not touching that. No, I'm not touching it. Are there any seasonings or something?
Or I have a bag of flour.
Let's put
I
that in
don't
there.
think that's a seasoning.
It could be anything. Could be a seasoning, right? I mean, there's green stuff that we can use, right?
In the temple, we eat mostly assortments of salads and flour things, mostly, plants and the like. Is there a... Probably not. In a safe house, it's all cans and preserves and stuff. There's not going to be
I mean,
fresh cut baby spinach.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that keeps for a long time, like salted meat and cheese and I mean, it's like a hunting. It's essentially like a hunting lodge. You're not gonna.
Pasta.
No, there's no pasta. There's no pasta primavera. At
this
the-
ain't
at the
Twisted
safe house.
Veil. No pasta.
No spaghetti.
Some nuts or something.
All right, well, we have Samson's berries, and we have some flowers, and we have some cheese. So
Oh my
if
god.
we put that together, I think it could taste really good.
Is there I want to look for some sort of is there bread, or you said there wasn't dried noodles, but rice or some sort of grain that we could put cheese on? 'cause
You would
that's so
probably
hard to
find
mess up.
oats, if you wanted to make oatmeal or something, oats
Cheese
keep.
oatmeal.
Easy oatmeal.
Oats keep. Rice. Rice keeps, but I don't imagine rice would be over here.
Yeah.
What does
They
one
don't
make
have-
an oat?
You
Beans.
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 Beans. I can make beans.
I know that I've been at temples that feed the hungry a lot. Hesperis, is your cleric temple people? Can you just make food and stuff?
In the temple, well, Dawn's Rise has an excellent social program, so normally there are not so many hungry. Generally, we are here for people being born or people who are dying,
Oh,
neither
okay.
of which are often hungry.
Not the in between.
Well,
you
I am given to understand that infants are often hungry. Like
Yes,
every couple
but
hours.
I cannot create breast milk. No.
Then can you make food?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me. Like, and I got really scared for a minute. 'Cause like, no, Samson, I can't.
Oh my god.
You might be able to make some. Can you make like some ingredients? Just
I think
Pop 'em
we
up.
should just make baked beans and cheese.
I mean,
Okay.
that spell, I don't. He goes to look in his spell book and he's like flipping, like, I don't remember what page it is. I didn't have that one prepared because I didn't think we were going to be stopping here.
oh no.
We can do this. It's fine.
So we're spending a lot of time on this. we'll say you take those ingredients.
It's important.
Hesperis, you are
Vegetarian
cooking.
chili.
You
yes.
don't have proficiency, but since you're cooking, I will let you roll, but you have to roll with disadvantage.
What am I rolling?
Jeez.
Can it be a charisma check of some kind?
No, it's not a charisma check.
Is it a performance check?
Talk nice to the food. Like,
We'll just say
I get advantage to make those beans.
we'll just say to straight roll.
Roll a d20.
There's just
No.
2 d20s disadvantage since you have absolutely no proficiency at all.
Am I not helping? Or I'm probably helping badly. Like,
Okay.
that is the
I'm
disadvantage.
gonna roll. It's gonna say strength check, but that's because that's the only thing I have like a +0.
Maybe
to.
survival? No.
I think that's our roll
Yeah.
after we eat.
We'll just make it straight. A
God.
straight.
12.
It's not too bad.
Okay, yeah,
I
but
rolled a 19 as
your
well.
DC is really high though because you don't.
'Cause I'm making baked beans.
You do
I
cook
pan-fry some
something.
dry beans.
You pan fry dry beans.
Oh no.
You do make beans. They're like half cooked and half burnt. You put cheese in it, and the cheese kind of melts. Some of the cheese kind of like gets a little hard, and some of it's soft. There's like a very strange mix of texture and flavor here. At one point, because some cheese has like natural oil, like fats in it. And one point, you cook a specific type of cheese that starts to like create oil in the pan, and you're very confused by that. You
good.
don't understand.
Good. Oil goes in the pan. I know this.
And then just kind of pools and creates like little pools of grease and everything. And then Finn's like, yeah, let's add some flour now. And then you put the flour in, and then the flour kind of cakes up in the pan. And
Also, berries. Samson, can we have some berries?
Sprinkle berries. The Snock ate all of Luden's berries.
Berries
So-
makes everything better.
so you put some of Samson's cranberries in there, and like smush those up with a mortar or like the bottom of the mug, I guess. The bottom of one of the mugs.
I'm furiously looking through my spells. Guess what prestidigitation does? It chills,
Makes
warms,
food.
or flavors a cubic foot of non-living material for an hour. So no matter what I do, this is gonna taste great, guys.
awesome.
The texture will be terrible. It'll taste great.
And your food
Bean
is
paste.
you can do that final little like salt bay with your prestidigitation if you so wish.
Yes.
Y'all can have some weird burps, something that didn't go down when it comes up.
Oh, so what flavor did you choose? What is it? What does it taste like?
I desperately want to say cinnamon chai tea, but I think that's too gross.
Cinnamon Tai Chi and more cinnamon Tai Chi.
It tastes like Frankenbeans, like just real
I'm good with
classic
it.
baked beans, because that was what I was going for when we started this.
Okay.
It's pretty.
It
It's like
so
yellow-
does everybody eat this
I eat it,
Yes.
on your plate, Urimir?
of course.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh, I'm gonna take one bite to be
Wait,
nice, but
this is
everybody knows
new.
This
I don't
is
eat
the
food.
first time Samson has ever ate anything
On the show.
besides a good berry, I might add.
Oh, I'll eat one to be nice, but I don't normally eat food, so here we are.
Samson, you're eating! Wow!
Wow, crazy!
Why?
Because it's so delicious, and Hesperis, and you made it, so I want to try it.
These must
Aw.
be strange times we're living in.
Prayaria is
15.
also gonna eat it,
Okay.
but she is looking
So it
just
tastes
straight into the middle distance the entire time.
She's dying inside.
it tastes like what she says. It tastes like baked beans, like normal baked beans, I'm guessing. But
Bush's
the
baked
textures.
beans.
Wait, what?
Bush's baked beans. just like
Bush's
canned
baked beans. Bush's baked beans, but the texture is really, really weird. Like there's some crunch in there. There's like the melted of the cheese has that kind of like sliminess to it, you know. But some of it's a little chewy too. Like the textures are all kind of like all over the place, but it tastes good. We'll just see if your tummies appreciate that later.
I will also deliver it to Luden's room.
Oh no.
It's not very good, but my mother also could not cook, so you're getting the truth. I can stay here and stare at the food while you eat it because it will taste better if I can maintain line of sight on it. But also,
He wants to watch you.
I ate that good berry and it filled me like all the. Next time, if you come earlier, and
understandable. Yes.
I'm just so tired. And I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's. I am not hurt. I will eat it. I'll eat it. Yes.
Hesperis, you don't have to. But you know, I'm sure Samson has more good berries, or
No, I really like it.
do you? Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna be very quiet.
He's gonna whisper to himself, "I'll forgive that lie," and then go back to sleep.
I have to maintain line of sight for it to taste better. I just can't get over that. Oh my god.
It's good.
That was
Oh my
good.
god, the second she broke line of sight, then Prayaria is just gonna spit it out, just like lay on
This is so good, Hesperis. This is the best thing I've ever had.
Well, it was. Until you left.
I can stay here if you need it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I'm going to get very good at this. I read that in a psalm book, and it's definitely true. Does anyone want dessert, or should we just go to bed?
Oh, I'm good.
bad.
Yeah.
So real quick before we go to sleep, I do want to, Finn, you have been reading the atrocities of the Shade Witch for the last couple days on the Vardo. So we do want to read this to you if you'd like to share this information with the group at the table while you eat Hesperis' delectable meal. What you have read, the book talks about how Rithans were once the stewards of the Gloaming Court, which is described as this beautiful bioluminescent forest of rare fungi and plants. It speaks very longingly about this homeland and about how much light, beauty, and life was brought into the court despite its underground location. The book talks about the rise of the Shade Witch Elrixis, a repulsive creature with a flowing gown of rotting fungi and plant growth, eyes as dead and milky, like pustule yellow, like a pustule yellow rotting corpse. She drove the Rithans from their homeland with the help of her servants, the Wretches, spreading a dark infection throughout the court, snuffing the beauty and light. The author speaks of desperation and trying to save the people and the plants, always speaking so very highly about the plants. They're very important. The plants are hope. The plants are survival. As long as they survive, their chance to regain the Gloaming Court is possible. It continues to speak how they were driven from their homeland into the material plane, where they rebuilt once more the city of Rithannawe, named after the bloom of the gloaming court. And it doesn't go into detail too much about what this is. The wretches are described as unsettling evil entities with twisting incorporeal brambles and bodies that swirl in darkness, very large like a treant, I can never say that, with a voice that's breathless and chilling. It talks about Rithans being drugged down into the darkness, into the very walls, and you were lucky if you had a chance to scream, because if you didn't, you had no chance of survival, and you were quickly consumed. But that they, Prayaria's ancestors, are the original individuals that were the rulers of the gloaming court.
What the gloaming court is and where it is.
Where is there a map? Is that what you asked?
Maybe I missed it. Did they say, so they said it wasn't from the material plane. Did they say, ding, 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 here's the plane that it is on?
Oh, the gloaming court?
Yeah.
It's in the gloaming court is in the Feywild.
Cool. Yeah, I know that. I didn't know if we knew that.
Oh. Okay, well, yeah, I was confused by the question. But that is all the information that you receive from that. If you would like to share. Elrixis. Elrixis, the Gloom Queen of the Gloaming Court. But they refer to her as the Shade Witch, and that she has stole the title and the power over the Gloaming Court.
Well, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. No, I relay it to everybody. Did you know about this, Prayaria?
She's still on the floor. And one of her ears is just kind of perked over toward you while you were relaying all of this. But she hasn't said anything the entire time. She looks like at a loss for what to say about it.
So it does say that the Gloaming Court is in the Feywild in the book, right? Or no?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So your ancestors are from where? He looks over to Samson, like trying to connect the dots. Are you guys from the same place?
Not exactly.
Well, the Feywilds, right?
I believe Samson is from the Summer Court. Is that not right?
You could say that, yeah. That would be my jurisdiction, yeah. The way I understand it, what does it say? It says that Elrixis kicked out the Rithan people?
Yeah, it says that
It's
her and
also-
the wretches.
It's also in your inventory, Danny. All of that I had said word for word is in your inventory, in the book. In case you want to refer back to it there.
And the idea is that Elrixis displaced the true rulership of the Gloaming Court and then drove the Rithans away.
I think that's what it says, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it says.
Do we think that that's real, or is that Prayaria? Do you think that that's a real story, or is that just something they say?
I know we had to leave. That we were. She's just going through every memory, every story she's ever heard in her head, and wondering what's true and what isn't. But she hasn't exactly heard this history. So she's looking for like inconsistencies and trying to parse out what is most likely true.
But we learned about the wretches before we went down there, right?
Yeah.
So it checks out.
I have possible conspiracy theory, and it very might be completely wrong. So, from what we saw on the walls, what we read Prayaria is that your people, the Rithen, believed that the Seven would take them home. And if the idea of their home is the Gloaming Court in the Feywild, they believed that perhaps the Celeste Set would be able to shift them to bring them home. Is it possible then that something went wrong? That instead of sending your people to the Feywild, they brought the Rithens here?
I take a long swig of my drink. Or whatever we have.
It was so long ago, and any stories that would have been told to us wouldn't. They would not have told us that. I don't see how it matters. We're not the same, what we were and what we are. She's kind of panicking a little bit.
Your mother never told you anything about the Gloaming Court, but she did tell you about the wretches and everything.
Like some more tea?
A lot of that information that Finn relayed is new.
Yes, she's not having a good time.
Yeah, she's having an anxiety attack.
And her tum-tum hurts. This is going to be a fun.
Well, maybe that's enough reading for tonight.
Prayaria just further curls into herself on the floor.
Sorry, Prayaria.
She's going to be okay. She just needs to aggressively think about it for a while.
I will set a little tankard or whatever of tea next to her for if she wants it later. Give her space.
Do you all go to sleep?
I'll also stop by and relay absolutely everything we talked about to Luden before I go to bed, because I know he's in another room.
Hey, it's me again! I'm back!
So I took the
You have woken him up. Like,
Oh my god.
Like, girl, get up. I got tea. Both kinds.
I'll write it down neatly on a little letter and tuck it on his whole bedside table so he can read it when he gets up.
Luden has a passive perception of 19. You woke him up, but he's not going to try and move. He's going to try and act like he's asleep because he doesn't want to talk.
And I quietly leave.
He's hiding under his blanket, like.
Way.
And we let Snonk out before we go to the bed, so he doesn't poop on the floor, so Luden doesn't throw a tantrum when he gets up.
Snonk does go out, but of course he's not going to traverse the stones, so he's going to poop like right outside, like a few feet away from the door.
That's fair, because I'm not traversing those stones either, so.
It's got a frozen turd just out there.
We can put it in the water tomorrow.
Just kick it in the water.
Just kick it in the water. So, you all settle down, and who's sleeping where?
I was about to say, do we all have separate rooms?
Yeah, how many
What's up?
rooms are there?
I believe I said there are 2 or 3 rooms, and there are
There were
3.
Luden has one by himself. And then we've got 2.
There are 3 rooms, and I think there are 2 or 3 beds in each room.
I love how Luden always has his own room. It's great.
Really personifying that whole distance party early.
There are 3 small twin-sized beds and oh, there's a bed in each room. Sorry.
one bed in each room?
Yeah, there wouldn't be like, 50. There wouldn't be 9 beds in this safe house. Because I was like, I wouldn't put that many in there. There's 1 bed in each room.
Urimir finds a room and claims the bed by dumping all of his shit on it.
Is the bed like a twin? Is it like a queen? What are we working with?
It's not like a
California
queen.
king.
It's
Come
like a
on.
twin-size bed.
It could at least be
like-
a full-size bed.
This
It's
isn't
called-
the Ritz, people.
Okay.
Can we get like
It's
a
a safe
college
house,
twin
guys.
where it's at least longer?
A college twin.
Yes.
Bunk beds? Bunk beds?
Hammock.
I build a bunk bed.
You could definitely
Have fun with that.
you could definitely come go into
We've
the
also-
Bardo, grab the hammocks and string them up inside so that everyone has
We-
a little
we-
place.
Where we stepbrothers it up.
You stepbrothers it up.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I want to before we go to bed. I want to take the book that they read that from, and I want to look through it and see if I can tell if it's like a storybook or if it seems to be like a historical record. Like, is it a ledger with dates and things like that, or does it look like it's written to be a story?
Let's see with your passive. Yeah, that's fine. It looks to be written by someone who lived there. Who lived in that. So it would be
Like
historical.
Like a journal,
Yeah.
or
Like someone is somebody recounted what happened in a book.
okay.
So it would be historical based.
But he titled it because he's fancy.
It's like a chronicle. Somebody took recount. It's not like his diary or anything or their diary. It's a recount.
All right, well, I'll snuggle up to end it against anyone who wants to. I don't care.
I was planning to share a room with Prayaria and Finnalai again if they're comfortable all fitting on one twin-size bed. And
Oh my
I think
gosh.
Prayaria is going to be up most of the night, just ruminating and reading.
I'm gonna go find Uri as he's going to sleep. I'm gonna go up to him frantic, like holding the book that came over.
Okay. You go up to him frantic.
Yeah. Like everybody else is in a separate room. It's just Uri. And
Okay.
I'm like, Urimir. And I slam the book down.
Samson.
Urimir, I have to tell somebody. And I don't know if we can tell Prayaria or not yet. But I have to tell someone this immediately. Okay.
Here we go again.
Okay.
Okay.
So, where I'm from, this story doesn't happen. Where I'm from, Elrixis killed every single Rithen that was alive. And where I'm from, the Rithens were real. And where I'm from, they're all dead. Everyone in the Golden Court, everyone in the Summer Court, and everyone I've ever known, for the thousands of years that I've been alive, everybody that I know thinks every single one of them is dead. Uri, do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Are you sure?
I slap him. Yes, Uri, I'm sure. Elrixis is queen of the Gloaming Court where I'm from right now. And she's the queen there because there's no one left of the Rithen line to challenge her.
But there is.
Oh, fucking apparently.
princess.
You hear Finn and his president.
Hmm.
Uri!
Well,
The food wasn't that bad. Come on, man.
no, I'm thinking. Well, you have to tell her.
Well, like right now.
Seems like good a time as any.
I mean, we can, but I don't know. Look, she's gone through a lot in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell her right now?
No time like the present.
All right, I drag her out of bed.
I have no friends.
If now's the time.
I mean,
And-
it seems like tact goes out to the window when secrets need to be spilled. Samson.
You know what? Sometimes that's the case. And I'll go and say, do you want me to get Luden, or do you want to get?
I'm still not sure if he wants to kill me or not. So
I go over and I open Luden's door. Boom! Luden!
Jesus Christ! Let me get some sleep!
Luden, the new information has come about, and you need to come with me right now.
This is what you get for wanting to know the truth.
He doesn't want to know anymore.
we're just trying to keep you in the loop there, buddy.
Samson is chaotic truthful, and this is
Chaotic.
an alignment
he
all
is.
his own.
He reluctantly gets out of his bed, and then next time, like, he makes a mental note to lock the door and put maybe another alarm spell just outside the front of his door, just in case, to see if anybody's coming, and just be like, tell him to go away. But he's just thinking that as he's walking out.
I run back to Finn and Prayaria and Reese's room.
I have a very specific image of the bed right now, and people can say that I'm wrong and contradict what I'm saying here. But so Reese is sleeping like she's dead. She's just flat on her back, her face hair pinned down. And Finn is definitely full cuddle, sprawled across the entire bed, arms slung over as many people as possible, knee up. And then there's just at the end of the bed, sitting at the end of Prayaria, like at the wall, thinking deeply. Did I get that right?
And don't forget Snonk at the foot of the bed.
Stock is there. Stock is there.
That's absolutely correct.
Do rocks sleep?
No, Mountain is probably just sitting there on the floor looking at Prayaria and like just like his little like legs poked out and just like staring at Prayaria, waiting for her to move. Like noticing that she's not moving, and it's almost like this adorable little game, like, I'm not gonna move until she moves. Like, we'll see who moves first.
My child.
I will run back past her and just start knocking on the door as hard as I can, like until someone enters. Bop, 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 bop.
Samson, we're trying to sleep.
So you knock on their door, but you just burst into mine.
Luden, you never would have let me in. We both know it. Just keep knocking.
Urimir's just got a smirk on his face because he feels like now Samson has to spill everything.
I think we're being attacked.
With the knowledge,
I'll go.
I'm gonna.
Good morning. Can I
No.
help you with something?
yes, well, I have very important information that I need to all of you right now at Uri's request, and I'm clutching the book as tight as possible.
Couldn't we have gone over this during dinner?
Nope.
Oh no, we no longer keep secrets from anyone.
Nope, we don't do that anymore.
immediately.
Nope.
And
nope,
we
that's
do
all.
this in morning.
Yeah, there's
Nope.
like, come on, guys.
Nope. We can know it. Okay.
Samson
And
seems pretty shook up.
I was having such a nice dream too. Okay.
I've had 3 different dreams tonight. Let's make it a 4th.
Are we
and
going to stand here, or are we going back to dining room?
Well,
Maybe
nope,
we can
his
lay
fine.
down.
Prayaria is really the only one who should probably be sitting down.
At that, she's gonna look around for windows that do not exist. And
I am going to recount the story as I just told it to Urimir, as frantically as I did before, and I'm going to say, I'll end it with simply saying, you're not where I'm from, Prayaria. This shouldn't exist. And everyone I've ever known that wasn't from here
thinks that you shouldn't exist either.
So, you tell me back home, your home,
Nope.
my people are dead.
Yes.
Good. We stay that way. Is this all?
How do you want to phrase this?
Well, that's accurate. And that the Rithen family does not exist where I'm from. And everyone thinks that they're gone, long gone.
They are. We are not that.
Your family came from Rathana way, yeah?
I
What I'm saying is that if you were to return, I'm saying that the trees will move for you. I'm saying the sky will turn whatever color, hue, and the sunset will look whatever you want it to be. I'm saying that the flowers will bloom at your presence, and that the entire earth will listen when you speak.
I like my home here. I like the sky doing as the sky does. I like working for my plants. Why would we go? As I said, we are not what we were. We have been here so long. Why?
I don't think you have to.
Good, good.
Prayaria, I do not want to speak out of turn. I know you said you are not in contact with your family, but this might be something that they might want to know. Yes?
She's very conflicted about the answer to that.
Can we all maybe sleep on this?
Prayaria, are you a goddess? Is that what Samson's saying?
No, Lyre, I am as I always have been.
Bit more regal.
No. Just
Yes. No.
this. Just this.
But Samson said the sky would change color for you. That's not something anyone can do.
Why would anyone want to do it? It is late. We go to bed. Now.
I will bow out of the room.
Samson
ma'am.
bows now.
She does whatever the equivalent of flipping off in this universe is.
I think you need Mage Hand for that.
Oh, I've got Mage Hand.
Luden just looks back and goes like very confused, goes to sleep, or goes back into his room and is like about to try and cast Alarm, but then remembers that he used all his
Got
spell
his spell
slots
slots.
to feed Snonk.
Yeah, you did.
Just opens the door, closes it, and like just shoves a chair under it, and then like maybe tries to push as much furniture or anything that he can in front of the door, and just prays that he can get some rest, and then goes to sleep.
So,
Yeah, Prayaria is definitely not going to sleep.
oh, you cut out, by the way, Deanna, so I don't know if the audience heard when you were like, she's a princess.
She's just Anastasia from the movie Anastasia.
Yeah, you got that song stuck in my head now.
So, you all settle down for the night, and I think, before we get into my secret thing, we will take our quick break, because it is 9:30, and that's our break time. So we'll take our quick break before the secret thing that I had mentioned is going to happen. So, let's see here. We will see you all back in like 10 minutes or so. We'll be back in a minute. becomes straight faced. Like we weren't just laughing our butts off earlier. All right, let's get back into this. You all settle down for the night. Samson, as you lay, looking up at the ceiling of this cavern, you see an ethereal purple butterfly land on one of the bedposts. A trail of fey magic streaming behind. Its wings flatten and straighten back up elegantly. It flutters back up and flies straight through the door of your room.
I will go follow it.
Of course you will. You follow the butterfly out, and it flits and flutters, leaving behind that beautiful summer court sunset streak. All the way to the front entrance of the safe house. Straight through the door.
Past the waterfall?
No.
Okay, I follow it.
You open the door, and standing up against the wall, his plush purple hood back this time to you, you see Samir. His purple eyes glowing and the butterfly disappearing within his grasp. Hold on a second, let me pop him up for everyone to see.
Evening, Sammy.
And he goes, Samson, mate. Still not used to you looking the way you do. We should remedy that, mate. I suppose I'd ask you to let me in, but I'm not sure our talk wouldn't disturb the mortals.
I think we should also be outside. I agree.
Brought you a special vint from Iphis. She's been asking about you. I'm sure you remember her. A dryad whose kiss would turn a mortal man of the law to sin. Her grove isn't too far. Perhaps you should pay her a visit. See if she still finds you as irresistible as a devil. And he kind of teases and elbows you as he hands you the beautiful bottle. Green in color with lines that curve and twist around, with a moonstone-like subtle glow coming from within.
I might. So that's a fine idea. We'll see. I take the bottle and step outside and close the door behind me. Assuming there's a door here.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. I just close it quietly.
I see you've made some adjustments to your crew. Another human and, well, a lot of those back home would call her a mistake. Never thought you'd be one to find company with an archfey fey-touched. But I thought the same thing about myself, too. And here I know of 3 now. They are as rare as they come, but this one's already been settled for. You know we don't make mistakes. I suppose it's luck you find it.
Well, I suppose so. Do I feel like, do I know what that is?
Settled for?
Yeah, do I know what settled for is, and
It's-
do I know what he means by
Yes, you do.
mistake and fey touched?
Yes.
Do you want to tell me
Okay.
so that everyone else can know too?
Settled for, if it's found out that an archfey has a child with a mortal, there are consequences. And an archfey...
Vague. okay.
Archfey fey-touched is basically the child of a mortal and an archfey.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll leave the consequences up to your imagination.
Okay.
As Fae are quite creative with various forms of death and torture and all that goodness. curses and stuff.
Okay.
He's going to kind of like look at you. Aren't you gonna have a swig?
I'm not gonna take a swig yet. I'm actually, I'm not gonna take a drink yet. I'm gonna say, well, we have found a couple new faces. They're very friendly. The human, you might call him. His name is Luden, and he has a heart that the dryad couldn't even pierce. As truthful as they come, but he's
that's no fun at all.
He's not any fun. He is zero fun.
I might have to tell her about that. She might take it as a challenge.
It would be quite a challenge and a feat to be said. That's for certain. He's not any fun, but I like him anyway. He's got a good heart, if nothing else. He's just going through a lot right now. Now, the Fae Touch, she's the one you gotta look out for. I think she's lying to us every single day. It's crazy. Like, I have no idea why she is. She claims that some god sent her, but there's no way that's true. Like, who believes in that kind of bullshit? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why she's here, right? I'm very concerned about our party and what she has to do with us. I'm starting to think she might be a catalyst herself, and she wants to take us out from the inside.
That's a lot to take in, mate.
I know. Look, I'm ever vigilant, though. So I got my eye on her. Of course, everybody's got their eyes on her, the way she looks.
She's not a bad looker.
Not a bad looker? Sammy, there's nothing that pretty on this side of the material plane. You kidding me?
Like I said, I've seen 3 other Fae touched Archfey. One changed me mind.
We'll see.
Or 2 other, sorry, she's the 3rd. Correcting myself. There are 3 total that he has found.
Surely you didn't make your way all the way over here to give me a bottle of whiskey.
I didn't actually. I feel that as though Prayaria and I got off to the wrong start. I admit it was disappointing to see that she didn't quite have a sense of humor. With that being said, I'm a responsible Fae. There's no need for ill feelings toward me. He pulls out a small vial. Again, you see shades of the summer court kind of Fae sunset. Give her this. Just a little bit of luck from the summer court. The last time I handed a vial like this, I asked a mortal to reignite the spark of romantic passion between 2 former lovers who had married other people. It was quite the sight. Successful, too. I'm offering it free of charge. Besides, can't have my partners unhappy. Happiness has such an impact on success and motivation. Now, you know me, I'm not quite one for charity. I haven't come all this way to give away free trinkets. I do believe you and Prayaria have business to attend to in the vaults for me. There's an old halfling by the name of Barney Wopple. Wake him for me and make sure he resurfaces.
Could you do that last part again? I was cutting out.
Wake him for me and make sure he resurfaces. That part?
What was the last name? Barney what?
Barney Wopple.
Barney Rubble?
No, no, Wopple. Wopple. Damn it, now I want to change the name. Wopple. And you can do a history check on that if you'd like.
I will. When he gives me the vial, I also want to look at it and see if that's the truth. That's the truth of it. That's what he's actually giving me.
I think you're okay. You can roll for it if you like.
And then
your passive investigation is high enough, though.
Yeah. So the history check was a 22,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and then I also, as I'm inspecting this vial and doing this check, I'm gonna move from whatever position I was in, and like kind of straighten up a little bit and put myself between Samir and the Sparrowhawk house.
Okay.
Just position myself in that way.
Okay. So for your history check, Barney Wapple is a famous fiddle player. That skill with the fiddle is known to be unmatched. He drew kings and queens from all over the world. He's christened with the title the Fey Fiddler. Fey, of course, are gifted with the natural skill of music and dance, but Barney Wapple, he's no Fey. Yet it's claimed that he is better than the most talented of Fey musicians. And you know Samir plays the fiddle.
The first thing I want to know is what is the vial real?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. And then I'll say, Barney Wapple, what do you need with that complete dolt?
Do you know
You know he
anything?
can't play half as well as anyone where we're from.
And that's exactly what I aim to prove. I'm going to smash his little fiddle into the dust. By the time I'm done with him, he won't even be able to, play nursery rhymes. I aim to duel him fair and square and beat him. That I'm not worried of. You're welcome to
Well,
attend
you
as a
at least
judge.
Always will, but it's not fair to slap children around like that. You know?
From what I hear, he's an old man.
But I guess to each his own. Maybe if you're gonna punish him for his hubris, you do you, I guess.
Well, he's gonna have to stretch out his old bony fingers if he's going to have any chance against me.
I'm gonna clap him on the shoulders. On the shoulder. Well, that's a good thing. Hey, quick question. How long have you known that Prayaria is heir to the Gloaming Court throne?
He stops, and his face is very stone.
I'm also gonna get very stoned, and I'm gonna look like I'm prepping a spell. I'm gonna say, "Don't lie to me, Sammy."
He looks at you. Now calm down, Samson.
I don't think I will.
I did know, Samson. I'm curious how you found out, though.
I don't really think that's important right now.
Elrixis is done plaguing the Feywilds. And I need you to listen and just calm yourself, and I will tell you. I fear she may try to repeat history. She's always been mad jealous of her sister, Our Lady the Mistress of Dawn, the sunrise of the Summer Court herself, Empress Avaria. Elrix's lust for power, jealousy, her lack of command, and legacy. That's what drove her to take the Gloaming Court in the first place. And she believes she's done so successfully that every Fae from the Gloaming Court has been destroyed. But you and I both know that's not true. The land doesn't respond to Elrixis. It pushes back against her control because she hasn't destroyed everything she set out to. And because of that, the Gloaming Court, I don't believe it will be enough for her. Unless she finds out she missed something. Samir looks behind you to the safe house. Wherever she has been hiding, Samson, however long that has been, it has kept her hidden from the gaze of our brothers and sisters in the Feywild. And you and I know better than anyone on this plane that secrets don't stay secrets for long. She needs to come back. I need you, Samson. We all need you in the summer court, and we need you to help her come back. Because she can turn the tide and help us win.
I would like to insight check this.
Sure.
He's tough
You rolled a
to
5.
read. I rolled a 5 plus 1, so
6. I mean, he's tough to read. He is a fae, but you know fae can't lie.
Technically. Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Technically, it's all technically. It's one part.
Oh. Daniel froze. Daniel. Wait, oh, there
Yes,
we go.
can you see me now?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Go
Well,
ahead.
I said, you know, I don't think this was a part of our deal, Sammy. I believe these stakes are a little bit too high. And I can't promise that. Not yet, anyway.
I suspect there's more going on in the Feywild than I think you realize.
Well, you know, it'd be great if I could be there.
I am sorry, Samson, but you know I had to do it.
Do what?
I had to give you the deal. Because if you didn't have the deal, the summer court wouldn't have a chance. And if they knew that you knew, they would follow you, and they would have killed her and her entire family. They'd ask you where you'd been going. They'd ask you what you'd been doing.
I'm gonna give him the fire. I'm giving him the whiskey and the vial back. I don't really want to hear it right now. And I'm gonna go inside and leave him out here.
You leave him, and you shut the door so you don't see what happens to him.
And then I go back inside and go to sleep.
All right.
Oh, I cry a little bit. I cry a little bit first, and then I go to sleep.
Everyone takes a long rest.
Fuck this guy.
Right?
Fun night all around. We're all
For
having a
my
good time.
soul.
He sniffs at the door like, I smell an unclaimed soul in there. You wanna let me get that?
Morning comes, and you all awaken.
I would have gotten up a little earlier as
To go
per usual.
train?
Your furniture.
Yeah. I don't even care about y'all and how much sleep y'all get. Everybody wants to wake me up, so he's just gonna move the furniture as it feels normal, make it as much noise as possible, because he doesn't care.
Sleep through it all.
I, however, do not.
When you wake up, Reese and Finn are mad spooning. Like, that is how it is resulted this evening.
I hate to tear myself away from this, but I've already committed myself. There will be many more mornings to train. No, I have to get up. So he eases himself out of the bed, trying not to wake Hesperis and Prayaria, who's probably asleep by... No, you didn't sleep at all, did you, Pray?
Nah, she's just vibes.
Vibes.
I like it.
The vibes are absolutely awful, but she is just vibing.
Intense all-night eye contact with a rock with eyes.
Are there any just like extra weapons being stored in this safe house?
Yeah, there would probably be like short sword, long sword, like a general assortment.
Okay, so like in a closet somewhere.
Yeah, like in a barrel, probably.
He's gonna fish through them because he hears Luden outside, probably.
But
Training.
he's gone up to the front at this point. Kicked Snock's little turd off to the side, and just kept going.
Okay, so Finn will grab the biggest weapon in the barrel, pulls it out, probably like big sword or something. He'll put it over his shoulder and walk out and kind of peek around the waterfall and try and see where Luden is.
So, Luden is like down by the trees, near the Vardo. He's taken off his longbow and put all his arrows like in the Vardo. He's kind of stripped himself except of his armor and the short sword, and he's just he's walking towards like he's going a little deeper into the woods.
So Finn like tries to take his time. Like he's like behind, he's putting some distance behind him and he goes across the rocks. Do I have to roll again or?
No, you're good.
Okay. And he kind of keeps at a distance to see where Luden is going.
So Luden just goes like maybe a little bit further away, but like where there's trees all around him, so that he can just like start like, you know, just hitting each tree around or running around. And he's really, today was going to be just like agility and making sure that like, funny enough, nothing sneaks up behind him kind of stuff. But yeah, so he's just all in different directions and making sure that he can like attack at any moment from in a different direction.
Oh God. Okay. So Finn walks into the clearing, probably pretty quietly since he's trying to keep quiet behind him. And so he just takes a breath and he's like, all right. And then he like walks out. Oh,
like straight at you.
Luden, I didn't know that you were out here too. I'm gonna make a deception roll. It's like a 12.
12. His passive insight is
16, I think.
I had no clue you were out here training. You trained? Wow.
Yeah, you definitely know he's lying. But it's adorable.
Okay.
Let's be clear, you're not mad.
He's swinging the great sword by his side. Wow.
He just has the sword still towards Finn, and he looks around.
Have to point that at me. You know, I'm not going to do anything.
Puts the sword back up. Like, what do you want?
Oh, I was wondering if I could train with you.
You don't need to train. You have all that stuff.
No, I do need to train, I think. I've been getting really out of practice.
You use magic, so you can, you know. I don't train the same way that you do things. I don't think.
Well, maybe
Besides,
not.
like,
But maybe one day I'll need what you're great at, and maybe one day you'll need what I'm good at, and maybe if you train with me, I'll teach you a little bit of magic. You know, just a little bit.
like what? Insight check. No, but let's do this. Insight check.
We have another warlock on our hands. Finn is the new
let's-
patron.
Oh my god.
Let's do this. Oh, it went at advantage, but it's only like I'll take the lower of the two. So that was only like an 8.
As far as you know, he's telling the truth.
Type of magic.
Well, you've seen the kind of magic I can do, right? But what kind of magic are you interested in learning?
Sits and thinks for a second and goes, you know that thing that you make, like, where you can make that sword just fly everywhere? What's that? What's that? And
That's
then you can move it.
That's going to take some time, Luden. I mean, it's technically my spiritual weapon, but it's personal to me. And we can get to that point, maybe. But we'll start small.
Like what?
Okay, hold out your sword. Or what do you have? Do you have a sword or a bow?
I have a short sword.
Okay, hold out your sword. Just hold it out.
Just hold it out a short sword.
Okay, and Finn's going to like bring down his greatsword and try and slice in half the hilt.
The hilt?
The handle. Sorry, the handle.
Slice
Can I do that?
the handle in half?
Yeah. Can I do that? Maybe not.
You can certainly try.
I can certainly try. Okay.
Feel he'll cut his hand off.
No, I'm not going to cut his hand off. I promise.
If you roll bad enough, you'll take his whole arm off.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to hurt Luden. Okay, I'm just trying to break something in half.
Man,
Fine.
don't fail.
Pick up a stick.
Oh,
I'm
we're-
afraid
we're-
now. Y'all are
We're
like
committed. It's
now, you
okay.
gotta do
We're
it.
committed.
I don't want to
This is
cut
happening.
Luden's
This is
arm
happening.
off.
It's already done.
Oh, I guess at least I can heal. So, okay.
Yeah, this will be the first and last training session as all.
Okay. What am I rolling?
So what are you trying to do now?
I'm trying to slice it clean, like his weapon.
You want to destroy his weapon. Okay. Roll
Cleanly.
roll a strength, an athletics check.
Okay.
I believe Finn is trying to break it in a very small section, right?
Yes. Well, I'm trying to break the fragile part, basically.
Okay. Roll an athletics check. It's going to be really difficult.
Do I get advantage?
No, why would you get
Why surprise?
Because you love me? Because
Finn has advantage on every check because he's the cutest.
17.
a 17 total?
Mhm.
You smack into the handle and you like get like a big chunk of your sword into the handle, but you don't break it. Like, you're not a barbarian. I'm sorry. Like,
That's fine.
You'd have to roll
That's
like
fine.
a nat 20 for that.
That's fine. Okay.
Luden, no, drops the thing and just goes,
Wait, pick it up. It's fine. He's gonna pull the sword out.
like,
This
he's
went a
like,
lot better in my head. But okay, he'll scramble to pick it up then, and he'll say, "Look," and he touches it and he mends it. So he uses mending on it.
Yeah, there's like a big chunk of your sword that was missing. But you see as he touches it, and the steel kind of like, you know, like weaves itself or melds itself back together. Sorry.
he just goes, he puts it, he takes his short sword, like puts it back inside his thing,
But
And he
look,
goes,
it's fixed.
Finn, I think that I might not be the right trainer for you. And he's gonna go ahead and start walking back towards the towards the safe house. And he's gonna be like, what in the world? And he's gonna keep walking. That was
Needs
not
a little
it.
more work. I'll keep trying
And
it.
then he's also gonna call over his shoulder, like, I hope you didn't steal one of our swords, by the way, because that's gonna come back on me. Just saying. Just keep walking.
I mean, I'm gonna put it back. All right, that didn't go as well as I thought it would.
So, the rest of the party wakes up, and you guys have. I don't know what kind of breakfast you want to have, but you definitely.
I am going to put some oats in a pot and then put some hot water on top of them and give everyone some very wet oats.
That sounds right.
Oatmeal.
Oat soup.
What does it taste like though?
Like oaty water, like if oats were
If
tea.
you're all gonna eat it in the area where I can see you all, then it's gonna be cinnamon apple oatmeal. But
Lovely.
if Luden is going to go to his room by himself, it's going to taste like wet oats.
Luden's not gonna go to the room by himself, but he's not gonna eat the wet oats.
Take a big
Doesn't
spoonful
look
and put it on my
very
plate.
Roll a wisdom save, Urimir.
You know what? It's all good. I'm not even worried. Because why would I be?
This is the time. It's gotta happen.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Aha!
Is it a 14?
It's a 14.
Yes. Urimir. You put the wet oats, the wet soup, like it kind of runs over the side because it's a plate and it's a liquid with some solids on it, solids in it.
This is
And you begin eating from the plate, and oh god, you become like you're hungrier and you're hungrier and you're hungrier, and you eat all of it on your plate, and you look at everyone else's plate. You have to eat theirs too. You have to eat it all. You have to eat everything, every little scrap of food that Hesperis has prepared. Would you like to? What does that look like before?
Is it just Hesperis' food, or also like the raw like canned meats and all the other stuff, the cheeses and everything like that?
Hey, you're not here.
I just need to know. I am here.
He is here!
Yeah, I am here.
Oh yeah, he did.
I said I did not.
The cheese looks really good too.
All right. So yeah,
What does this look like?
anyone paying attention to see he's getting, and you know, since it's not in a bowl, he can only get so much on the spoon. So eventually he just forgoes the spoon and he just picks up the plate and just starts licking it off the plate. He's like, oh my god. That's grease. This is delicious. He'll look over at Finn and say,
That's very kind.
Oh, Finn's not in there. He's training right now.
okay.
So
well, he'll look over at Samson as he's got the he's got oatmeal all over his mouth. He'll say, Samson, are you gonna finish that? He's already reaching for it.
No, I'm not.
And he grabs the bowl and he's like, okay.
The more you eat, the more it pushes you to eat more and more.
He looks at the bowl, and before he eats it, he looks back down at his plate. Then he pours it on the plate and continues to eat. You know. And
it's not going anywhere, Urimir.
no, where's it going? It's going somewhere. It's going in my belly.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate so much your politeness.
Oh my god.
The carb load that you are consuming is going to be a lot digestively.
Prayaria, are you gonna finish yours?
Oh,
He's already taken the bowl.
Hey, Samson.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yo, what's up, Luden?
You don't feel full at all. You feel hungrier. Do you
Uri eats all the
see the
time.
cheese hanging?
Licks his lips.
It
Pushes his chair back from the table, stands up, and he goes, "Just 1 minute, guys." Walk over to the cheese. He'll just take a big old chunk of it out.
Luden will go over and be like, no, and he's
Oh my god.
he's like, all right, Urimir, you've had enough, and he's gonna start trying to like walk him towards the door, be like,
As
Why
you-
is he eating the
He
rind?
yanks his arm away. Says, "Don't tell me when I've had enough." He says, "I'm still hungry."
no,
This food-
Urimir,
Says,
and he's gonna
"This
grab
food's
him and go pull him off. No,
Urimir,
Shove
Yeah,
Luden.
yes.
is it
Urimir.
your cheese, Urimir?
you have a massive hunk of cheese in your hand, and you continue to shove it into your face and continue to engorge yourself, and you make yourself sick
Oh no.
from eating so much.
I projectile vomit all over Luden.
Wait, what?
He's right there.
And
I
you,
did not hear
you
what just
gain
happened.
the poisoned condition
Oh,
for
no,
the
really?
next hour.
Oh, crap.
And
That's like
you
not
also gain 2 fists to your face.
Roll to
Yeah.
hit.
Okay.
But you do gain 2d10 temporary hit points, so there's
Oh,
that.
dope. Okay, cool.
I only was that.
Let's see if you
fucking
lose them.
guys.
All right, this is unarmed, right?
I get
Let's
8 temporary hit points.
But you're
Wow.
poisoned for the next hour.
But I'm poisoned for the next hour. Okay.
It's been. Where
I don't know
are
how to put that on.
attacks
you.
there. I don't even see unarmed.
It's your strength modifier
It's just
without
yeah.
proficiency, unless you're a monk or something.
You can't hit me.
Okay. So, I will do it twice. So that's
That's a
Ooh,
natural
nat one on that
one.
Mhm.
You slip in Urimir's vomit
all right.
as you go and try to hit him.
While on the ground, I'm gonna try and kick him with my second attack. Let's see if. Yeah, that's a 20.
That definitely probably hits.
I cast shield.
Shield, it doesn't hit?
You cast shield. Okay.
I cast
Wow. Wow. All right. Well, what does that do to my foot?
It's
Does
just
it
like
just bounce
hitting
off
a.
of it?
It's like just like hit
Yeah,
like
no, I just-
kicking a rock or something.
Yeah, I just block it, and then I stumble backwards a bit, and like, oh.
He gets up and he says, "You're not allowed in any of these anymore." And then he goes, "Hesperis, please,
I do not know for the vomit.
please."
Yes, okay.
I'll help too.
Eyes closed.
Like just
And then I'm gonna make somewhat not like intense, like angry eye contact, but just like what, like to Finnalai specifically. Like, is this just a face of?
So I guess Finnalai will be walking up at this point
Yeah,
into all of this.
Finnalai, you come back. You come back in, and
Okay,
like,
he'll come back in.
You'll come back in, and you just see like Luden's covered in vomit. Urimir has like vomit coming down his face. It smells like oatmeal, like oats and water and cheese, and like sour cheese.
And Hesperis just looks at him like he walks in on that like
Finnalai, it is so wonderful for you to join us. We have had a morning.
yes.
So
I'm gonna
Urimir is
smash that
very-
plate.
Urimir is very hungry and wants to eat everything in here. To the point of
Do I still wanna
perhaps,
You feel nauseated right now.
to the point of perhaps using vomiting as some sort of tactical attack against those who might want to stop eating. Is this
Wait.
something that happens with regularity?
Not really. Not that I've seen. I'm usually the one that pukes everywhere, not Urimir. I mean, that only happened once, actually. That only happened once. Uri, are you okay? Do you feel like
No, I think I may have eaten a bit too much. How old is that cheese?
was there something in the oats or the cheese?
It's nothing with the cheese.
Oh, Look, the oats went down fine. As soon as I took a bite of the cheese, it all came back up. I'm so sorry. My stomach just. I need to sit down. Oh God.
Urimir walks over to that plate and just smashes it. Oof. Like, that's what I think of you and your stupid plate.
Oh, Luden does?
Yes, Luden smashes the plate.
That's not. Oh, Urimir, come here. Let me. Nothing. It's gonna like just walk quickly over to Urimir and try and like assess if he's got like food poisoning, I guess.
I can promise you all it was water and oats. I put nothing else in it.
Does smashing the plate work?
I don't know. It's smashed.
It worked last time.
Or it's just smashed.
It broke, but it didn't.
Comes,
like,
yeah, but that's not the first time.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
He doesn't know that. Neither does Hesperis. Neither does
it's just
Hesperis.
smashed.
So what is this assessing that you're doing? Make a medicine check.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the throw up on the floor, and I'm gonna precipitate it up, and in doing so, I'm gonna make it all turn into like a vomit pile of like snonk, and then walk out the door.
Ew.
Like I have to make it turn into a snonk
Animated pig
and out of vomit, and then just have it walk itself into the water outside.
That's disgusting, Daniel. That's disgusting. Snonk follows. Okay.
No!
So
Oh my God.
Yum. Oh,
Yeah.
Can somebody please get him? I'm doing something right now.
Finn, I'm sorry. Finn, he is definitely, like, he's got, like, a food poisoning thing symptoms. He has food poisoning symptoms. But you also know about the plate, so there's that.
It must have to do with this plate that, you're so insistent upon keeping.
Well,
earlier.
it's broken now, so it's all good.
Not
Everybody
all good.
Get out. Everybody needs
You
to
love
get
that
out.
plate, Urimir. You know it always comes back to you.
Yes.
It always finds a way to your heart and your mouth and your food.
Well,
When there's a plate, there's a way.
let me heat up like some kind of cloth for you, Urimir, so you can put it on your stomach
Well,
or something.
Thank you, Finn.
And I'm gonna go put this sword away, and hopefully no one tries to kill each other while I go do that.
Everybody needs to leave. Like, let's hurry up and leave. Let's get back on the road. This is.
Well, Uri needs his washcloth.
I'm sorry.
Wash.
I might be dying here. Can you give me just...
I don't
Yeah,
care.
he's dying.
Why don't we tend, Finnalai, why don't you tend to Urimir in Eleanor? Luden and I will pack everything up and meet everyone outside in about 10 minutes. Is okay?
Yeah, he's good enough to cast spells. He should be fine. He starts cleaning up some stuff.
He's such a moody teenager.
All right, Urimir, I'll help you to the Bardo, and hopefully we don't fall in the water on the way there.
Okay, I'll
There's
keep
another
an
exit off the back right there, guys. Like, come on. And then he
Oh.
points to the emergency exit. Like, it's a lot easier that way.
Why didn't you tell us that in the beginning?
This is my first time in here too. I just saw the exit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you all pack up the safe house. Urimir is taken into triage. And Finnalai attends to him. The rest of you pack up. Go ahead. Sorry?
I'm gonna ask Prayaria. Prayaria, do we need to plant those things you took before we leave? Or are they gonna die? Or I know they're like all up in your cloak, and that can't be comfortable.
She potted what she could on the way here.
Yeah, I think she mentioned that, Daniel.
Okay, I missed it.
That's cool. It was during the whole truth scene.
Yeah.
A lot was happening.
A lot was happening. That's true. It's true.
While Hesperis and Luden are packing up everyone's shit, I do want to take a moment and put my hand on Luden's shoulder and say, I thought that was absolutely terrible and disgusting, and I am sorry that Urimir did that to your headquarters. Just so you know,
I am 100% on your side. Alright.
Thank you. It's okay now. The plate is gone. I feel okay.
I
He
really
Urimir.
acts like he's never seen anyone throw up before.
Urimir, when
Right?
Urimir, when you get back into the Vardo, the plate's sitting there on one of the lounge beds waiting for you.
Of course it is.
He strokes him.
Shh, my pretty. He just kind of like just
Yeah.
shines it up really nice. Little spit shine.
Do you have that plate out when he gets back into the Vardo?
Probably.
Everyone,
Hide it.
everyone like
But
Samson.
it looks so nice. How can I
Everybody
hide
roll initiative.
Luden's just gonna be like, "You had another one," and he'll sit back down and go to the front, and he's just gonna plot on how to destroy that one too.
Writes in his little journal.
All right.
Payeska.
So, team, as we leave the safe house, we begin continuing our way to Digbrand. Eleanor begins to twist her way up into the mountains. The rest of you in the cart kind of rest at a slight incline now as it continues up in elevation. The temperature continuing to drop as you all raise in altitude. The chill of the air goes from 23 to -3 as you continue up the mountain path. The wind blows heavily, and the snow here almost looks like sand as it blows and buffets those outside the Vardo. You don't have cold weather gear, Samson. Do you trade out drivers, or do you drive the whole way? And how hard are you pushing Eleanor?
Can the magical Vardo be like? Does it have like a limit?
You gotta
Am I
put
in
it
like the first gear, the second gear?
You gotta put it in a 4-wheel drive. So
Yeah. So, like, does it feel like it might break if I continue to drive it?
You Maseratis have a 4-wheel drive, Samson.
Apparently
I
not.
know that everywhere we go in the Vardo, we're going to 60, 70 miles an hour, just
If it feels as though Eleanor cannot handle the trip, like starts vibrating or whatever, I don't know, then I will.
I think it's just like it's very stormy up on the mountain.
I mean, I'll go like 20 miles an hour instead
Instead of 60.
instead of 60 or 70.
I probably got a winter coat for Samson to wear too.
I mean, I'm gonna drive the whole time if I can. I mean, like I feel like there's winter coats around. Yeah, like I'll get a blanket from out inside or something.
Okay. You get a blanket from
It's
inside.
cold.
The wind continues to howl as this heavy, or the wind continues to howl as the heavy wind kind of causes the cart to creak and rock from side to side. You are all cold, but mostly the driver. Lips chapped and drained of color, hair brittled by the cold air. The cold, dry air, I'm sorry. It's hard to see and tell where you're going, but your eyes do catch something in the distance. 4 large, flaming eyes, like ancient lighthouses carved into the mountain. 2 sets of eyes guarding something. The closer you get, the clearer it becomes. You begin to move within what was pure solid rock ages ago, but has been carved out from the mountain itself to create a grand promenade that leads up to the gateway. A little more than a quarter-mile long, and the width of a football field, the cart begins to make its way down this promenade. All along this mountain hallway, you see a variety of large carved Dwarven warriors. They are towering, hundreds of feet high, weapons in hand, strong and fierce, with a might one should not dare question. You are all small, and are meant to feel so. Now protected by the stone of the surrounding mountain hallway, the wind is all but gone. The snow continues to fall, and you see two larger vigilant stone warriors. The eyes that you saw aflame, each resting their hands upon a mighty axe. The arched doorway is sharp and rises up to meet the height of the stone guardians. It points like a diamond, and the patterns and symbols carved into the wall crackle up as if the mountain was struck by lightning. A few other carts are lined at the doorway as they all pass through the checkpoint. 6 large, hulking dwarves in heavy metal armor run this line. One of the dwarves calls out to the other. He definitely seems to be in charge as you all approach. "Begin inspection!" And they begin to inspect the Vardo. And he begins to write in his ledger. "Travel Vardo. Nice one, I might add. Doesn't seem to have any trade goods. Adventuring party by the looks of you. Is that right?"
Yup, that's us.
All right, let's have a name. What do you call yourselves?
What do you mean?
Well, usually adventuring parties have a name they give themselves. They don't always be like, I'm Jim and Bob and Mark and April. Like, they have a name for themselves.
Oh, I'm Luden.
So
Yeah,
you
but-
all are Luden? It's not very creative.
No, I'm Luden.
I don't know if we have a name yet. Do we have? I call back. Do we have a name?
I'm Finn.
Samson, what are you talking about? There you go. Thank you.
Just put us down as
him keeper of the Dawn Temple.
just put us down as Luden. That'll be fine.
No, what?
He
He's
writes
Samson.
He writes down Luden. Just give me all your names.
Thank
This
you.
is a
I'm
first, really. What kind of party are you to not have a name? And he just begins writing down everyone's names individually like a psychopath. And then he draws like a little bracket that says adventuring party next to it. So that people, so that it's noted that you are still all together, but apparently you claim to want to be separate at the same time.
What are you doing then, mate? Like, why are you keeping track of everybody that comes in the city?
Of course.
Why?
It's a city. We need to know who's coming in and out. And I'm sure as you've been hearing, there's a lot happening with the vaults. So I might add, that's a good point. What
it's
business?
like security. So it's like a security measure, yeah?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
So what
Samson,
business
it's the
brings
same thing in the Canberra.
You just never happened to me in the Cambria.
on the bridge? It would have happened if you crossed
Well,
the bridge.
it didn't.
I am so sorry, sir. Did you have questions for us?
Yes, sure. Very strange bunch. What business brings you to Digbrand?
Sparrowhawk business.
It's true.
Oh, you're Sparrowhawk.
Aspiring, but I'm still in business. This is my how do you say, initiation?
That's what we are. Sparrowhawk initiating it.
No,
Pilgrimage.
none of them are Sparrowhawks. Don't get it wrong.
Whoa, just him. Yeah.
Like,
And we're here helping him.
Yeah, they're here helping.
All right.
Technically, I think he's here helping us.
You're
He
way back
just,
there.
you continued, like, you just see
Sir,
this
do you
dwarf,
have any
like,
further questions?
the dwarf just keeps giving you all the stink eye as, like, you guys continue to tell him things, and then he crosses it out because it's not, because he's like, no, that's not right, and then he writes something else, and then, like, someone else is like, no, that's not correct, that's not why we're, and then he crosses it out again, and, like, he's starting to glare at you all, and he's like, you know what, I think I got the point.
Good.
All right, go on in.
So much for your time.
Honor, might, family, glory to the strong. And he just, like, puts his fist against his chest as he waves you in.
I do it back.
All of that.
Yeah. Glory to the strong.
You all continue forward, passing into the mountain. Change it up here. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. You definitely saw that, like, the dwarf was getting pretty angry and irritated. Hesperis is in the back now. She seems apparently uncomfortable, as she has mentioned. Let's show everyone Digbrand here as we enter.
I'm gonna look at Luden and be like, what the hell was that?
What are you talking about? My name's Luden, your name is Samson.
Yeah, he was asking like who we were as a party. Like he just need one name to write down. We could have used yours. It's like booking. It's like when you go to a restaurant, like a party of 6, Luden.
I'm sorry, I don't often eat with more than.
Look, no. So, I mean, if you want to do the talking, that's fine. Just you let me know. That way I don't overstep my bounds. You know.
I'm not doing the talking, Samson. He asked a question and I gave him the answer.
Okay.
And then, like, Luden will just pop his head back and try and look at Hesperis. Like kind of mouth, did I do something wrong? Like, what is going on?
Talk about it later. You're totally fine.
As long as Hesperis says he's good, he's fine. It's like everybody else is crazy.
That's definitely what she meant, for sure.
No, you're perfect, sweetie. It's cool.
We'll talk about it when we get home.
So, you all make your way into the mountain. The lights of nature dimming behind you. A long bridge arches over into the city. As you enter, you are immediately greeted with the scent of ash, dirt, and this warming orange glow. Huge braziers are hanging from the ceiling. They're on the floor, on buildings. The whole city is aglow with flame. The architecture is Nordic, boxy, with harsh lines that jut and braid themselves together. You see wooden platforms with pulley mechanisms as dwarves and visitors alike step up onto the platforms and are raised or lowered into the earth, taking them to different parts of this massive city within the mountain. What is happening over there with you?
The music is great, that's all.
You see a variety of buildings in this area, but one stands out. A large building carved into the mountain, not too far away from the entrance. On the sign, you see a large peach painted in oranges and yellows, and the words, "The Fuzzy Navel," carved into it. Luden, Urimir, and Samson, you notice a variety of races coming to and from the building, but no dwarves. It seems odd considering this is a dwarven city, and there are dwarves walking the streets and coming to and from other buildings, but not this one.
Excuse me. And he just gonna anybody that's passing by.
Oi?
What's that building right there?
That is a mistake.
Oh, how so?
We don't like to talk about it.
I'm sure you don't. I'm so sorry. He's like, Samson, he just taps Samson. And
Best
go.
you pretend it doesn't exist, not patronize him.
You're quite right. He keeps hitting Samson to start the Vardo.
I take the hit and move on.
All right. Do you go? Are you going to the Fuzzy Navel or?
Like, don't go there. That's.
Finn's going to peek out and be like, "Oh, it has a peach. That's cute."
Why?
What is?
Why shouldn't we go to the Fuzzy Navel?
It sounds fun.
Oh my God, y'all! It's.
Fun name. It says fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
Maybe we would
We're not
take a look at
supposed
it
to-
later.
Luden, why are you?
Did you not hear what he said?
I heard what he said.
And aren't we trying to, I don't know, be good around here or something?
Well, other people going in there. It's not. It's just the dwarves don't like it, right?
Yeah, just because the dwarves think they're too good for this place, does that mean that we can't go in?
I do think that Luden may have a point. I think Fuzzy Navel would be a lovely place to experience, but if we are attempting to ingratiate ourselves in the local culture, which is dwarvish and very focused on the pride and the ancestry of the dwarves, perhaps at least for now, we go with their recommendation.
I mean, one of you could, I could.
Yeah.
Which
Let me go in there and see what it's like, and if it's bad, we'll go around. How's that?
Can I come too?
Yeah. Luden, will you? I know this is tough on you. Will you watch the car?
Just be careful. And
I
don't-
give
his
Luden-
thing is still up.
I give Luden the key,
Ooh.
Like, what's
and
this?
then it lets you drive the car. if you need
You've
to.
seen him hold it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, you
Never
would
mind.
you would have a general idea of what it is.
It's the key fob.
It's the key.
Yeah.
If we get in trouble, just drive off. It'll be fine. Samson can turn into a horse.
And we'll ride away.
It's happened
We've been here before.
Oh,
Yeah.
throwback. All right. Just be careful.
All right. So
We go in.
you enter, and the tavern is filled with life and lots of laughter and smiling. It's definitely buzzing. Bustling. It's only Finn and Samson, right? Samson, once again, you notice all the bar hands and barmaids aren't dwarves. There doesn't seem to be any dwarves in this tavern. And then your eyes catch a glimpse of one. Mid-pour behind the bar, rosy-cheeked with a friendly face and a smile, gingery blonde hair tied up like a top knot, beard braided, neat and trim, and he's passing out drinks to patrons, and some of the drinks like he passes out, and there's a variety of laughter and smiling as they communicate with this man.
This place seems so pleasant. Why wouldn't anyone like it here?
It really does. It's no different than any other bar I've ever been in. Maybe they charge obnoxiously high rates. We should go get a drink, just to be
Yeah,
safe.
let's do it.
You go and take a seat at the bar, I'm guessing where this man is serving.
Yeah,
Okay, you sit
of
down.
course.
And he kind of comes up to you and he goes, "Welcome, travelers. Welcome to the Fuzzy Navel. I am Belgain Vigor."
Nice to meet you, Belgain.
Okay.
We're very, very new. We just came through the gates.
Everyone who comes to my place is new.
Yeah, we noticed somebody outside said they didn't like you. Is there a reason why? Or not you personally, just this place.
They were pretty adamant about it, honestly.
I tell this story all day long, every day. It does wear my tongue out a bit, but you're nice folk, and I always try to accommodate as much as I can. And my predecessors here who helped me with this establishment, they look like they're very capable now. Well, I'm of an old house of a great dwarven legacy. Although most dwarves in the city like to forget my name. It's a pretty common story around here. I'm the last of the Vigors, and most of my family died various ways. Some adventuring, out in wars, some on behalf of honor and duty to protect the family name. All in some kind of, way, that brings glory to the strong. That was never really the life I wanted. He kind of takes a drink. You see, I love making people smile, making them happy. I love the sound of laughter as two friends sharing a pint of ale and not carving off the head of some ancient dragon somewhere and reveling in its blood and victory. In a world ruled by, so very much death and destruction and all kinds of ugliness, I kind of want to contribute more to the bright side of life. So, long story short, I'm really more of like what you might call a black sheep around here. I've always been a little different. The whole city believed I'd fit the mold one day, just like everyone else. Never did. Still ridiculed to this day, but I don't let it get me down. So when I became the sole heir, I was free to be whatever I wanted to be. They could criticize me all they wanted. They could ridicule me all they wanted. But I was Lord Vigor now. And the tradition dictates I be treated as such, so I opened a tavern. I suppose I didn't have to call it the Fuzzy Navel, but I just couldn't help myself. It still feels good.
Great name.
It's a fantastic name.
Mm-hmm.
Their pride and legacy is all that really keeps me around. That and I think the coin I bring to the city, but they'd never admit it. I don't think they'd be able to live with admitting a house of legacy is for lack of a better term, a failure. So I'm sure they're waiting for me to die out from my days.
So you're telling me the people around here don't like you because you do what you want?
Because I don't follow tradition.
Man, I like this guy.
I like him too. He chooses love over war.
I know. Wait, do you have a specialty drink here at this establishment?
We sure do. It's called the Fuzzy Navel. And you know what?
Good.
First one's on the house.
Yes.
Can we also take 4 to go?
4 to go? Sure, you can take a to go, I guess, sure. It's about a silver apiece.
Do you have? I have I've got a car outside. Do you have stables or anything? We're gonna be in town for a little while, and we might find ourselves in need of some lodging, perhaps, and a place to store the car.
Yeah, we do have a stable where you can store. It's out in the back. You're welcome to stay here. We have a few rooms available if you like.
Mm-hmm. And we should definitely stay here.
For sure, absolutely, 100%. There's no doubt.
We've made this decision for the party.
Luden's gonna be pissed.
How much are the rooms?
God, I don't have it pulled up, but we'll say 5 silver.
A night? Okay. Well, I believe. Look, Finn, I think this would be a fine place for us, but we should probably run and buy everyone, But we will take those drinks to go for sure.
Sorry, you're not in here, guys.
We'll run it by them, but I'm sure they'll be fine with it. Well, most of them.
You do you knock back your fuzzy navels?
What is it? What are they like shots? Is that what's happening?
They're like, yeah.
I say yes. Dale's like, what are they?
Or something.
Do you knock them back?
Yeah.
Of course.
But we toast first.
They're fizzy. They taste heavily of peaches on the sweeter side, and as it hits your belly, the bubbles kind of bubble back up, tickling your stomach, and you immediately start to laugh and giggle as it tickles your belly.
This is great. We should give like 5 of these to Luden.
We're gonna need 8 to go.
Yes, please, 8.
At least.
All right, you order 8 at a silver apiece.
So we've had a total of 10. I give him 1 gold. for all of it. And then I'm gonna do another one.
The first two were for free, though. He said those were on the house.
Okay. I give him that's my tip. This
Oh,
is
okay.
Extra 2 gold. Extra 2
He
gold.
takes it, smiling at you, rosy-cheeked.
I like your beard too. It's
a nice
very
beard.
nicely braided.
No, thank you. I do try to keep it in order. You know, serving in a tavern.
I'll do another Fuzzy Navel. Just
Same.
You take another, and again, it just bubbles up and makes you smile and laugh. And
All
you
right,
can you can see why so many people in here are smiling and laughing.
this is such a happy place.
Yes. We should definitely come back, but we should probably go for now. They'll probably be wondering where we are.
Anyway, the only thank you so much, Mr. Vigor. We will be back shortly, I'm sure.
We got a nice big room. Not many places have big rooms, but 3 beds and a queen.
I think that's the most space we've stayed in so
Ever.
far. Ever. So we walk out, laughing.
Drinks in hand.
Drinks.
All the drinks.
Like two women who just came out of like a Margaritaville, like.
Luden, we have drinks for you. And they taste like peach.
And
No, you
happy-
have to.
and happiness.
It's really good.
I
Come
give it.
on.
Come on.
No. Wait, it's what? No.
It's called a Fuzzy Navel, and it makes you happy, and it tastes good. I promise. It's not even one of those that gets you instantly drunk either. And I pass one to Urimir and Prayaria at Reese if she wants one.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
I'll put the rest on top. Are you on top, Luden? I'll put them beside you.
Cheers.
All right, everyone but Hesperis, or I'm sorry,
Oh, no,
everyone
I'm
but Luden.
fine.
Everyone but Luden.
Yep.
I like sip my shot.
You're supposed to drink it all at the same time, Hesperis, like this. I'll show her.
You down it, Urimir and Hesperis and,
Oh, yeah.
And Prayaria, and
Good job.
immediately you taste that peach and that sweetness and that bubbling up, and it just makes you laugh and smile.
Very nice.
See, so we were thinking maybe we should stay here tonight.
Oh yeah, we did some productive stuff while we were in there too. We met we met Belgain Vigor, who's the owner. Turns out people don't like him because
he's
they
happy.
because he's happy, pretty much. And they were like, oh, this guy, he could go off and fight dragons and stuff, and he doesn't want to. And that's why
Can I
people
do
don't
it?
like him.
Can I do a history check on the Vigor name?
Sure.
To see
Great.
if his family actually did do anything important.
That was a very comprehensive summary there, Samson.
Well, I mean, that's the full truth of it. From his side of the story, anyway.
He's very precious.
He is.
Lud
Fine,
is
dude.
just trying to see if like they've been charmed or anything like that. He just doesn't trust. Like they went in like, oh, okay, maybe, yeah, we'll just see what's up, and then they came out all happy just like everybody else. So he's very much thinking like something might be in those drinks. So he's just looking at
Fuzzy
everybody.
Navel. Good vibes.
I got a 14 to see the Vigor family history.
So you know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I want to make sure. So you know that there are 7. If you don't count the king himself and his family, there are 7 major dwarven houses. The Vigors, the Plate Fists, the Brawn Maw, Alehammer, Steelbone, Burn Silver, and Goldlight. They are like the major houses. They're all about legacy. The Vigor family, specifically, they like most dwarven houses. They're all about honor and glory and dying on the battlefield and conquering dragons, and the story checks out.
But I don't know anything like this family specifically. Like, they aren't hugely instrumental in the vaults or anything. It's just like they are a pretty classic dwarf noble house. Okay.
Yeah, they don't have any kind of special ties to the vaults or anything. They probably wouldn't, honestly, because they are meant to be more battle ready and like that's more passive, you know?
I share what I know of the seven noble houses of dwarfdom. So he comes from a very socially important background. I'm sure we will come across the other families, but from the story it sounds like they might be very different from Mr. Belgain. What's his name?
Yes.
Belgain Vigor.
Belgain Vigor.
I don't think it would be unusual for people like us to be staying in the Fuzzy Navel, because as we're just travelers who come around and we're only visiting the city. So I don't think the families are gonna look down on us because we took the first inn we saw, you know.
And he's so nice.
And he might be entirely too much fun. So that's a risk that
Well, I think it's a great idea.
Is your concern, Luden, that it is not a... I suppose, what is your concern, Luden? Is it that it is not locally popular?
Oh, I mean, if everybody's okay with it, it's no big deal to me.
You should try one of the, they're like a little bubbly, little peaches in a tiny little glass.
Maybe a little later.
Well, now Prayaria is going to just take one of his and down it.
You feel that laughter bubbling up, and it does make you smile and laugh out loud. I'm
Would
surprised.
anyone else like another? Pass it to Urimir.
We bought 4 for you, though, Luden.
Yeah.
I've had 3 already.
Find another one, it is very nice. If you're offering, of course.
Yeah,
Shall we go inside?
he gives one to Hesperis. And I guess there's like one left. Anybody? Oh, okay. I just hold it.
I will I will make arrangements to park the Vardo and like get in the stable and get our rooms. I think they said that there was one big room that had all the available beds.
Yeah.
I'll get that and go ahead and I'll go ahead and pay for 3 nights, I guess.
Okay.
So we've got it for a little while here. Just prepay the 3 nights.
What time of day is it? Do we have still lots of time to go try to accomplish things, see the city, or is it already evening time?
Because it's almost 11, we'll say that it's
Almost 11.
yeah, like 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
In game and out of game, it is 11 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
I mean out of game it's almost 11, so we can wrap up at the inn here for this session.
So we do have enough time to do stuff during the day, but not tonight.
But not tonight, yeah.
So
So you could go in and have a couple drinks before we end the session. If there's anything else you'd like to do.
Did Luden get his own room?
Does he want his own room?
He does. He absolutely wants his own room.
You certainly could.
I did not buy Luden his own room.
Okay, he'll go in and he'll be like,
Oh.
who? And he just looks at everybody laughing. He goes, he talks to Samson or anybody that's there, or Finn or Samson. He goes, is that the?
Yeah,
The
the one with the beard. That's Belgain.
Gotcha. He'll walk up, or like, and he has his hood on throughout this entire time, ever since they got to the city. And he'll go like, hello, Mr. Belgain.
Well, hello there, sir. You look very sad. You should have a fuzzy navel. Well, welcome. Please sit. You. There's no need for a sour face here.
I just need a room. Do you have a room?
We do have rooms. Yes, we do.
Sure. Do you have one with just one bed? Would be nice.
One with one bed.
Yes.
Solitary creature indeed, my friend. You sure you don't, so you come in with the others, you sure you don't want a room with your friends?
We're on strange terms right now, and I just need a little bit of space.
Oh, all right. It's not my place, of course. It's not my place. But you, sure. But yeah, I could do. We could get a room for you, and you know what? If you would just smile a bit, room's free on the house.
He's so nice.
Gives like a smile, but like
And
it's like
pays
very
anyway.
pained, very very pained.
All right, so he kind of laughs, kind of smiles a little bit, but like it's like nice. It's not like bullying or anything. He's just kind of smiles, like, all right. You don't have to try that hard. I do appreciate it. I didn't think you would, but I appreciate your effort. I was gonna, give it to you regardless, but you seem like you're having a rough time, and hell if I know if I've been there. I've been there a lot. I'm still there today. Every single day I deal with it. So. Yeah, the second room down the hall on the right. Feel free.
Thank you.
He just gives you the key.
Awesome. Thank you. And he'll go ahead and walk back over to his friend or his acquaintances right now.
You
And
said it.
Hesperis.
Acquaintances and Hesperis.
And
That's our
Hesperis.
party name.
The acquaintances and Hesperis.
And I think that is probably a good place for us to stop this evening. As we've all made it to the Fuzzy Navel Inn. So let me thank our followers as Daniel finds us someone to raid. Thank you, Sydney Young for the like, Adam Brightman for the follow, Hannah Snively for the $3 Patreon pledge, Hatcher Actor for the resub, Chicken Stomper for the follow, Michael Kritz for the follow, and Michael Kritz for the sub. Thank you so much for chilling with us this Monday and subbing to our humble little channel here. We do appreciate that. I saw you in chat interacting a couple times, and that was fun to see you in Oats and Cheese award-winning combo. Very fun, and I also saw Here For It. I like the vibe and the acting. Y'all are some good RPers, so we love you, thank you, and we appreciate that. You definitely made me smile when I saw that, so we do appreciate that. Other than that, Daniel, who are we going to raid? Thank you for that. Thank everyone for the sub. If you enjoy our show, please consider supporting by subscribing, and don't forget about that free Twitch Prime sub. We have Twisted Veil on Tuesdays. It's our Through the Breach Malifaux campaign. Deanna actually plays in that campaign as well. And that is Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so tomorrow. And then Iron Valor on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we are currently going through Rime of the Frost Maiden. Daniel actually runs that campaign. And then we have Short Rest on Fridays, where we kind of sit back and play some video games and hang out with chat and just goof off and take a rest from our busy week. And I am currently playing through Little Hope from the Dark Pictures, which is basically like a choose your, make decisions, butterfly effect, but it's very cinematic and movie looking. And I'm playing through that right now. So who are we rating? We are rating Better Than Heroes. So thank you everyone so much for hanging out with us today. Thank you for devoting your Mondays to our humble little stream. We love you guys, and yeah, we will see you next Monday as we've arrived in Digbrand. So yeah, bye guys.
Peace.
Bye.